Well, hmm, are they working now? I can't hear you. Oh, hello. Well, now you're on. I don't know what happened. That's okay. Let me... a second.
Do you have room?
I have what?
Do you have room?
No.
If we done it. Oh, because it's on blue.
Oh, I was like, what? Why? Oh, trying to get this to do, I don't think so. Dude, I'm just trying to turn on the freaking stay aware mode and it won't let me. God damn it, I'm gonna hang up on you again. 1 second. Hello? Huh. Okay, so I guess it just turns off stay aware mode when I get back on Discord.
Lovely.
How are you? He's the one that started this. That's okay.
I'm not. Hi, Brutus.
Someone said hi.
And hi to you too, Ace Real.
That I actually didn't hear him walking around.
Hi.
Woohoo.
Hi
I
guys.
have no idea.
I have no clue if you could hear Brenna the entire time. You probably could. I
Hello.
didn't... Oh wait, no, you're here. You're in the corner. I see you. You're already. No, I didn't have to set that up. You're already on the stream.
Yes.
I'm not gonna use
We could.
shoots today. I don't want to use shoots today just to like avoid any sort of lag or technical issues. I'm not gonna use it. I love it. I love how it makes my model look, but no. I don't want to fumble with stuff too much today. I want to chill out the my fucking GPU a little bit. Just a touch, just a little bit for the road. So Brenna's here. We're gonna do Gannible today. I know. What was it called? Was it Pumpkin Night? Is that what it was called? Is that what we were
From yesterday?
Yeah, is that what we were watching?
Crispy movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, crispy movement.
Yeah. Just a little bit, and we can.
Okay. Get crispy movement because I'm not using. I'm not like overwhelming the CPU currently. Currently, I am not overwhelming the CPU. The CPU, GPU. Sorry, my CPU is fine. The GPU is the thing that is like screaming for its life constantly. Constantly with me. It's constantly fighting for its life because I want everything to look a very specific type of way. I should start telling TikTok when I'm live. Also, TikTok has offered me monetization.
That's interesting.
What the fuck is my mom talking about? She sent me a message that says, "This is your heritage," with a bunch of ellipses. That's so ominous. She's been sending me a bunch of texts about Carnival, because Carnival's about to happen. But, like, this one might be the most ominous one she's sent so far. I'm sure it has to do with Carnival. I'm positive it does.
I mean, probably, but that's just...
Isn't it sound so menacing? This is your heritage.
I'm about to get kidnapped.
I want... What is this? Trini Orchestra?
Oh.
Who's this man? Ooh, it's beautiful. Can you hear that? That's beautiful.
I'm not on YouTube, so no.
I'm playing it out loud.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Lame. Lame. Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm gonna send you the link to this.
Okay.
Okay, this is gorgeous. Is this man related to me? He might be. I have a lot of family members that are, like, related to me that did weird, that, like, important stuff. Like, my mom's cousin. Is this gonna dox me, Brenna?
Possibly, yes.
If I say he ran a country? Because he
Oh,
did.
probably.
I don't even know his last name, so how you... it's not my last name. For sure it's not my last name. I also don't know what year
Yeah,
he
but
did
I
it.
don't trust people.
I don't trust you people. He ran a country. So he was in charge of a whole country. Also, Valentine's Day chocolates are a joke right now.
Doing well. I subscribe to your
What?
channel.
This is bullshit. Do you know what? Okay, so this is not me saying that my family buying me chocolates, because I didn't buy my mom chocolate or my sister chocolate, but they got me chocolate, which is very nice of them. So my mom got me, I think she got me these M&Ms, and then Ariana got me this, like, strawberry Hershey Kiss situation. Which, by the way, this is such bullshit. This doesn't taste like strawberries. It doesn't even taste like there's a cream filling. It just tastes like chocolate. All of it, all the way through.
Sounds stupid. Okay.
It's super dumb. Like, you would expect the strawberry gel cream, whatever it is inside, to be tart. Like a tartness that would be nice. It's not. It's not like that.
Yeah, like a strawberry.
Ice Ganga. Yeah, like, you would expect that. But also, what this is a cardboard heart with some illustrations and shit on it. Like, milk chocolate M&Ms, chocolate candies, happy Valentine's Day, like that shit on the front. And then there's just, like, a straight-up actual cardboard box attached to the back of that. And then inside of that box is just 3 packs of M&Ms. That's it. It's not like fancy Valentine's Day M&Ms either. It's just generic M&Ms in a cardboard box. Why would I could go to the store and buy that myself.
When Dad
Spanish.
gets here, I'll have him do it.
Spanish.
When Dad gets here.
Spanish. Yells at corner. I'm gonna send this to you. This is bullshit, though. This is like absolute doggy doo-doo water bullshit. Why the fuck? This is just a cardboard box with some M&Ms in it. Like, it's nothing special. It's nothing fancy. I could do this. Anybody can make a cardboard box and put chocolate in it. That's such bullshit. Okay. I am going to make, I'm gonna make a post on TikTok. And then we'll get into Gannible. Hello, Kiesi. Hi, Skanka. Hi, Skanka. I love that even when you post pictures on TikTok, they allow you to add music to it, because that makes sense.
What do you need to add music to a picture for?
I don't know, but I appreciate that they let me do it.
Alright.
It's very fun. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna do Gannible today. Gannible is not like the other things that we've been consuming, though. It's, like, actually really, really good. Like, I think Starving Anonymous was really good. Were you here for that, Brenna?
No.
Okay, Starving Anonymous was interesting. Like, it was convoluted, but it was interesting. It had to do with these aliens coming to Earth and them being, like, kind of like locusts. They're, like, kind of like alien, but, like, locust aliens, and they came to Earth.
Oh, is that the one that you were basically saying,
I
like,
said hi.
how come the animal humans can't be like that?
Yeah, where I was like, it makes sense in Starving Anonymous for them to be breeding humans that, like, can regenerate, because the fucking aliens are locusts, and that makes sense. Like, you would need somebody who can just regenerate forever if you have people who are literally so hungry that they'll eat everything on the planet, and they've already eaten their entire planet and killed. Like, that makes sense. There's a string of logic to you being able to regenerate.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, there's no logic behind what the fuck was happening over on the fucking animal humans. Why there was a regenerator. Like, why were they regenerating? That didn't make any fucking sense.
If they would have just left it at the one-off.
The one-off was good. The one-off was fantastic.
It was very good.
It was very
like,
good.
I like that. I want to look at that.
Like, aw, thank you, Night Moon. Thank you for coming and joining our community. Congratulations, hooray. Like, it's one of those things where I had problems with the first half, but, like, it was a one-shot, so you could give it some grace for having, like, some plot contrivances and, like, a little bit of issues. Like, I would give it some grace. I can't give it grace now. It has so many, like, you could have just left good enough alone. But, oh my god. Magical Girl Apocalypse was a masterclass. No, I'm lying. Magical Girl Sight. That was a masterclass in tomfoolery. For sure. For sure. Because the ending of it was, like, total nosedive. Out of nowhere.
I wish it would have just stayed by itself.
It should have, because it was a standalone story that
I still didn't like it, but
it was
if it would have been a separate thing, it would have been fine.
100%. Like, if it was by itself, which it could have stood alone. I think that's the worst part of it.
It definitely could have.
It was 100%. It was standing on its own 2 feet.
Them.
Why did we handicap it? Aw, Tamaki might have hurt his leg.
Oh, what? When?
Just now. He's old, and Luna was being a puppy, and she's massive. So maybe he got a little hurt. Maybe he got a little bit hurt. I have to give him drugs. Okay. We haven't really started the stream yet, so I don't really mind. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. How do I mute you? Oh, do I just mute desktop audio? Wait, no, I can't mute desktop audio, because if I mute desktop audio...
I just mute myself.
Yeah, no, mute yourself. We will be right back.
Brutus, I'm gonna help Rory set up OBS. Do you still recommend a live studio for asset?
I recommend a live studio for assets for beginners. I don't recommend one Kame until you, like, have your shit set up and you're willing to invest in your streams. Because a live studio, it uses a lot of GPU, but if you have a decent computer, it's a really good resource for tons of stuff without any kind of effort. However, if you have low GPU and you want most of the benefits
got
of
it.
that, if you want most of the benefits of Live Studio, but you have less GPU, 1.8 is better, but you have to buy your own custom, like, scripts for this. Same with OBS. OBS, you have to buy your own custom scripts, so that's the problem with that. Those are that's my experience at least. Okay, I'll be right back.
Not sure if you guys will hear my grandma at any point, but I apologize in advance if it sounds like I'm talking to myself. it no biggie. Family comes first. Thanks. Smiley face.
Alright, I'm sort of kind of back. There's no biggie family. Not sure if you guys will hear about grandma at this point, but I apologize in advance. It sounds like I'm talking to myself. No, grandma, fine. It's fine to have a grandma. I miss my grandma.
I know you do.
I know. I miss her so much. I miss her so much all the time. I miss my grandma so much all the time. I miss my grandma all the time. Okay.
Grandma seemed like a nice lady.
She was a nice lady. She was very sweet. She went to church a lot.
Church.
Went to church.
Huh?
Church. I have pictures of the church she used to go to, actually. The church she used to go to
You
is
what?
dope. The church she used to go to.
Ow.
It's a nice church. It's very cool. Well, I think it's cool anyway. Churches in Trinidad are fun. I will go to church with her. It's fun. In Trinidad, church is fun.
Church isn't fun here. I mean, that could just be because it's Catholic, but I don't like it.
Maybe. Ooh, I am still looking to find a manager and stuff, but I have started looking for like re-debut assets and things like that. Like when people do debuts, Brenna, they do like a PowerPoint, and it's like, oh, I do these things and I like these things, and these are the people responsible for my art and whatever. I'm gonna get those, and maybe
Really?
yeah. But because it establishes to people who like come because you're just debuting, like there are strangers who will just come to somebody's debut who know nothing about you just for the sake of seeing a new VTuber. And it establishes like, this is what I do. If you like these things, you can stay.
Alright.
I'm trying to learn how like people properly debut and stuff. You know? Hi Gonzo. Because I never did a proper debut. Ethereum doesn't really do that. There's like sort of a debut process, but because Ethereum doesn't have a way to make visuals and things, there's no like formal debut that you do. You kind of just show up and you're like, hi guys. You can tell people about yourself, but there's no visual aids and things. Are you making tea?
Mm-hmm.
What tea are you making?
The one that I sent you. It's just black tea, but it's a specific type and it has a cute little bee on it.
I just want you to know the first thing I pulled up was the picture, the Shiba Inu looking
Good.
pissed. He looks like Monchi. He kind of looks like Monchi. Oh, that's very
I love
cute.
that
I like
picture.
the little bee on the tea that you sent me.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, it's very cute.
I like this and put some milk in it.
He's very cute. Oh, I might have to walk away for like another 2 or 3 minutes because my mom wanted coffee.
You bastard.
But the coffee machine takes forever to make coffee, so I came back while I was waiting.
But you're leaving me here with the people.
Yeah, I am. You're
That's
not a
evil.
VTuber. You're not a
Evil?
VTuber.
Who
You're not
are
a
these
VTuber.
people in
Who
my
are you
restaurant?
people? You could get a customizable model. I could get you one, and then you could be a VTuber with me, and then you can yell at people like how I yell at people.
I kind of would like to do that, but there's also, I really only do things from my iPad. I think it would kill my iPad.
You don't have a laptop? No, you have a laptop.
I do, I just don't like using it.
Well, you can use the laptop for just for like connecting to OBS, and then like that's it.
Oh, yes.
Use the laptop to connect to YouTube Studio, make a customizable model, and then you and I can both be on screen together.
Oh, also, really, the only headphones that I use on my laptop are the cat ear ones.
You fucking
Nobody
nerd.
gets to see that.
You're a nerd. Do they work good or are they busted?
Nah, I wish I would have gotten the first ones.
Oh, the ones that are on the Kickstarter that you like?
What?
The ones from that Kickstarter that you were interested in?
Yeah, from the one artist that pretty much stopped making comics a long ass time ago. But is really cool, so I don't care.
Can I be Brother's mod if she becomes a VTuber? Brother would
Who?
never. You. It's Azrael. He's acting. He's my mod. He wants to be
No.
your mod. She said no. I don't know why she said no, but she said no.
Because brother is my mod.
I'm your mod. You don't want me to be your mod. I'm irresponsible.
That's okay.
I'm irresponsible as fuck. I will ignore everybody and just giggle at people saying slurs.
Well, you also know that if I was your mod, I would kick out like a good majority of people.
You did that when you were my mod on reality.
You're right.
You were my mod. What do
Okay.
you mean?
But a lot of the times they were being very naughty, and I was like, why do you exist?
They were being.
And then I banned them.
He says, but he's my mod.
Yeah.
He's saying, but he's my mod, so you should let him be your mod.
Seriously though, back on reality, that one guy is like, I want you to make my butt hurt, and I was like, then get hemorrhoids.
Oh yeah, somebody was asking me to peg them. And then you fucking jumped in and you were like, then go get hemorrhoids. I can't help you.
What the heck?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna fucking peg you if you don't shut the fuck up. And he's like, I want you to make my butt hurt. This did not land the way I think he thought it would land. It did not land very good. No.
And then he kept denying that that's what he said, and I was like, no, that is exactly what you said.
You said you want
I
your...
just didn't respond in the way that you wanted. I'm sorry that
Well,
I'm
he
still
could have said
correct.
anything else. He could have said he wanted to get laid.
Yep.
Reality
But
weird.
no, he wanted his butt to hurt, so he's getting hemorrhoids.
Yeah, reality is weird. But again, I still think it has more, like, it's better set up than Irium is.
I've never even seen Irium, so
Oh,
that,
yeah, you
that
haven't
actually
been on
sounds
Irium.
sad.
Think of it like reality, but you know how reality had mini games and they had the little bedroom thing you could do and all that kind of, like, all this extra stuff you can engage with? It doesn't have any
Yep.
of that. It is just the live stream feature, but the live stream feature without the YouTube thing and the
Okay,
ability to edit
got
your
over.
backgrounds and
Doing
stuff on
some
the fly.
grocery shopping.
I feel like I'd rather just be on Twitch then.
Yeah. That's what I did, that's why I moved to YouTube. I haven't even set up Irium yet for the stream. When we pull up Gannible, I will put my Irium on and stuff, but right now I'm kind of still setting up and walking back and forth, so we're gonna wait a little bit on Irium. Okay, I think the coffee.
I'm gonna go make tea.
Okay.
You're gonna go hear tea noises.
I'm gonna go get coffee. I'm gonna go do the coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Brother can mute. Brother, you can mute because I'm gonna mute and I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Damn, I already walked away. I gotta come back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm Biggity back. I think brother's still making tea. My cat's here. I was worried that Tamaki dislocated his hip, which is very concerning. The ship of Theseus? Theseus? I don't know how to. I never know how to pronounce. I know what this is. Like, I know the story of it. I just fucking don't know how to pronounce it. You can't have my ice cream. You came here to steal food like a fat ass. Stop it. A historical horror masterpiece, Detention? I'm curious what this is.
Planet Fitness.
I didn't ask you to make my whole thing big. Stop it.
One more, everybody.
Look, put the bouncing rat heart thingy back. I want to steer at it more.
Bring the bouncing heart rat thing? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What are we talking about?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm unsure. I'm unsure what she's referring to. Let me move myself. Boop. I'm too off in the corner. I am, but that's okay. I can always be moved. Hooray. Okay. I just found something interesting. It's not Gannible, but it seems like it's a horror manga. And they're like, it's super good. I'm very curious. I want to know why it's good. I want to know why it's good. I don't want to just hear, this thing is amazing. I want to know why it's amazing. What makes you believe that? What makes you think you're better than me? Ah!
Okay.
Ow! Spiky cat. Spiky cat. What makes you think you're better than me? Like, no, because I'll get distracted and we'll do this for like an hour and we'll never get into Gannible. We're not doing that.
The loading screen.
The loading screen? Oh. The bunny rabbit? It's not. It doesn't look anything like a rat. Okay.
Cannibalism is a topic.
Hush, 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 hush. I think this one. Yeah, this one has a full synopsis video.
Gannible is a series.
I literally just said it was a rabbit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I just said what it was. Don't mess with me. Stop messing with me. I don't like it. Ow, you're spiky, Oliver. You're spiky. Alright,
Oliver, I love him.
I love you. Okay, do you want me to screen share on Discord?
Yes. I'm still making the tea though, so I can't see anyone.
Okay. Let me make it so you can see on Discord. Awesome. Awesome. This first chapter that he's gonna go over isn't a chapter in the main story, so I think it's okay if you don't see. It gives a bit of like prequel context to like certain things, but like I don't think it's like detrimentally important. So it's fine if you miss this part. This part is okay.
That I never really expected to get such a massive following. It's a low-key horror manga with a lot of great moments and twists here and there, and the huge lore and backstory around the characters just make the drama and mystery so
This guy has
interesting and
cracked
compelling.
taste if he
For
didn't
months
think
we've
Gannible
been
was gonna
following
blow up.
this series,
Gannible's
and today
great.
I want to go over all of the 14
I'm pretty sure Disney owns
volumes
it now.
of the
Fuck.
series, starting with Volume 0 and going all the way through Volume 13. If you've been watching the series since the beginning, no, this isn't a re-upload. I'm just giving you guys a special Christmas gift to thank all of you for sticking with me and the channel. For
Grimace.
those of you who are new to the
Grimace.
series, you can watch the entire thing all in one
Kringle.
go. And for those who have stuck by, have not just part 5, but also a special one-shot to look forward to. But if you guys want to see more anime content like this one, then why not go down and hit that subscribe button? And so without further ado, Merry
No.
Christmas everybody, and let's
No.
get on with the special.
Hand off your taxes.
Oh my fucking god. Seriously, broski? What the fuck? Immediately an
Hero
ad.
is a special 31-page one-shot to celebrate the release of the live-action J-drama. The TV show
Damn it, now
has
I want
some great
Pringles for
reviews
breakfast.
and even airs on Hulu
Go eat
and
some
Disney
Pringles.
Plus, with a season 2 on the way.
I mean,
You're eating
chicken.
Pringles?
Opens up with
I'm not.
Takeru Kawaguchi being interrogated by the police about a murder. During the questioning, one of the officers point out that Takeru's child was given to Jin Goto, yet Takeru has maintained a good relationship with the Gotos. This raises the question that why would he commit such a violent act? The story flashes back to Takeru's life in the village. He's walking with his mother and his wheelchair-bound father when they come across a Goto member harassing a villager with his crew. The Goto member approaches Takeru, but he diffuses the situation by apologizing.
That's me
for
stirring
disturbing
coffee.
them, and the group eventually moves on, though Kisuke, one of the Gotos, glances back at him. Takeru's father had always insisted that he protect their family, a duty that he took very seriously. Until the very first major arrest
Stop,
involving the
Oliver.
Gotos.
Stop that.
The
Don't
incident
scratch
was
me.
sparked by the murder
You have grubby
of
hands.
Kana-san,
Put your grubby
a
hands back
former
down.
police officer
Stop
that
it. Stop being
confronted the
grubby.
Gotos. Fearing that this crime would disturb the fragile peace of the village, Takeru grows.
The word peace and village are doing a lot of. Hi, Casper. We're on YouTube.
Takeru lived with his mother and took
We're
care of his
doing
father, who was often
Gannible
very
finally.
hostile and expressed a very
We're
strong
finally hitting
desire
Gannible.
to die. Takeru
Let me
is
turn this
haunted
off.
by the memory of giving his own child away
All right,
to
I'll be
Jin,
there soon.
a decision that weighed very heavily on him. When his father mentions that Takeru's wife
Let me turn
leaving
off the background
village,
music.
Takeru snaps, shutting him down and promising never to abandon him
Yeah, come join
or
us on
their
this side.
village. The following day, Takeru becomes
You come join us on this side.
consumed with
Yeah,
thoughts
yeah,
of
yeah,
his
yeah.
child, and while walking
This is
through the
here.
village, he hears a
Hi,
gunshot
Squamorph
from a
Sound
nearby
Labs.
building
We
and
are
rushes
on
in,
YouTube.
only to
We
find a
are.
group of villagers
We're doing a horror hangout. That's what I'm just gonna call these from now on. Hi, Casper. We're doing a horror hangout. Where are my bloobs? Where are my bloobs? I just realized the bloobs are not on screen. Why are the bloobs not working?
I may or may not T-pose on you on join.
Oh wait, I just realized it's because they're underneath stuff. I think. Nande. No bloops. No bloops today. No bloops. Where are my bloops? Please go away. We shall delete this and then put them back on stream. We're doing Gannible though, which is like a horror murder mystery cannibalism story. It's very cool. I really like it anyway, and I'm very excited to share it with you. I've been holding it hostage kind of from my community for like, oh, been like refusing. I've been like refusing to watch it. There are the bloobs.
Laughing face.
I've been like refusing to watch it, because I wanted to share it with my best friend. Are you on YouTube? I am on YouTube, Kenny. You're actually coming in right on time at the perfect time, because I was kind of fumbling around and walking around a bunch, but we finally actually sat down to watch Gannible, and we just started. Hello. Hello. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Obama.
Mr. Obama. Hello.
casually discussing the upcoming festival and
Chibi model?
the children preparing
For
for it.
Irium?
Takeru
And it's just a chibi still, just to make my life a little bit easier.
He lashes out, but the villagers retaliate.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hypocrisy
Oh,
is
brother, that's loud.
However, they then realize that
That was
it
loud.
actually him who made that decision.
What was?
I don't know, was it your grandma?
To a restaurant.
It was!
Kraft signature shred.
Oh god, that's loud.
Big milk.
I haven't eaten anything.
The third
I'm going back to the. I'm on a call.
It was so loud, it spooked me and made me click around on YouTube.
Sorry.
It took me out, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Cheapy model. No, it's okay, it's okay. I fucked up a little bit though.
Holy moly.
Holy moly, okay.
Until the very fearingly anxious journey would disturb the fragile peace of the
Okay.
village, Takeru
We're
grows
in. We're in.
increasingly
We're
anxious
in.
during his interrogation. At this point in his life, Takeru lived with his mother and took care of his father, who was often very hostile and expressed a very strong desire to die. Takeru is haunted
Dude, if
by the
someone's
memory
begging to
of
die, you should
giving
kind
his
of let them, I
child
think.
away to Jin, a decision that weighed very heavily
That
on
sounds
him.
really bad.
When his father mentions that Takeru's
Nah.
leaving the village, Takeru
That's
says
valid.
shutting him
It's-
down
it's
and
great art.
promising never to abandon him or their village. The following day, Takeru becomes consumed with thoughts of his child, and while walking through the village, he hears a gunshot from a nearby building and rushes in, only to find a group of villagers casually discussing the upcoming festival and the children preparing for it. Takaru realizes what they were talking about and it enrages him. He lashes out, but the villagers retaliate, pointing out his own hypocrisy for giving up his own child. However, they then realize that it wasn't actually him who made that decision, was it? Back home, Takaru confronts his father, demanding to know the truth about his child's fate. Before his father can answer, his mother steps in, admitting that she was the one that handed over the child to Jin. Overcome with anger, Takaru strikes his mother, prompting his father to plead for him to stop.
Bitch slapped his own fucking mom.
As just another Goto family act, but Takaru vows to put an end to their influence once and for all. The night of the festival arrives, and the villagers gather to celebrate.
This is crazy.
Takaru appears
I love it.
with
Yeah.
toolboxes, raising suspicion.
You got a strong start.
when
This is
the
just a
villagers
prequel,
call him
though.
out.
This is not like the main
Takaru is
plot.
prepared. The story cuts back to the present where Takaru confesses to the police that he shot up the whole festival. Rather than remorse, he describes feeling liberated by his actions. The one-shot ends with the revelation that the officer interrogating him is none other than the main character, Daigo. I don't know exactly where the one-shot takes place in the actual story, but the
Don't matter. Get
Canons
into it.
canons
Don't care.
But the idea has become such a popular so many centuries, and it's still seen in the modern era. It's become such a popular subject that many TV shows, movies, video games, and yes, even anime and manga have covered it a lot. Recently, a horror
Cannibalism.
series called Gannible has become the talk
I
of
don't.
town.
Why are people so
IMDb
obsessed with
was talking
cannibalism? Like, why is it such an intriguing thing that people are so into?
It even got its own live-action adaptation.
Why are
on
people so
Disney Plus,
fascinated by eating
with
people?
a season 2 already announced.
Because they really want to eat people and they don't want to admit it.
It's a wide
That's what it feels like, because I haven't regarded to eat anybody, and I don't think about it often.
better than any other
I think it's
cannibalism
interesting when you
out
use it in romance. Like, the idea of consuming somebody and them being part of you and shit. I understand, like, romanticized cannibalism is an interesting thing, but, like,
I guess
People
it's
like-
interesting that a human would actually want to eat someone.
there's lots of people who want to eat people, though.
Yeah.
For over 200,000 years of mankind, there has existed a culture of cannibalism. Even still, it exists in certain places in the world. Perhaps even a Japanese village. But surely not in this village, though. A new police officer named Daigo
What makes
has
this
just transferred
village
from the
special?
city to
I don't know.
Uge village.
Maybe they don't
While
eat
some
people.
residents
Maybe
are
that makes them
welcoming,
extra special.
Most see him as just an outsider.
Not in this village.
Not in this,
my
not in
Minecraft
my
server.
town, not in my America.
Often visit him at work, as the village is certainly quiet. They enjoy the peaceful life, but remain vigilant. Daigo is determined not to meet the same fate as his predecessor. The story is that the last officer had a huge debt from gambling and disappeared, saying weird stuff like the villagers are
Nice
Before he
edit.
could finish, a call comes in. They said they found a body.
The villagers are
Daigo
really
climbs up a hill with a
Hello?
ratty long hair.
Okay, I gotta ask: if you were in a situation like you had a job, right, and they sent you somewhere, and there is just the inkling floating around that there are cannibals, would you agree to go there? Because I feel like I'd be wise enough to be like, I don't like the vibes. I don't want to go there.
I think it would depend.
What would have to? What depend on what?
Hell no.
Like, if they're just, let's say if they're cannibalistic by nature, then I'd be like, okay, I don't really want to go there. If they only do it for, let's say, traditional things, like, just as part of,
Oh no. Okay. I'll
I don't know, ceremony.
I'll change the way I describe this. Like you have, it's the same with this guy. Like you have a job, right? And the job sends you to a town, and they're not specifying why the people are eating people, but it
Unless
sounds
an
real,
assault
like
rifle,
like
agreeable to
violent.
getting hay in the mills.
There's an air around the way they're talking about the cannibalism that is clearly violent, which is why everyone's scared. Would you still go?
Oh yeah, then I wouldn't go.
Because I feel like if I heard this, I don't care if I'm a cop or not, if they're like, oh yeah, they eat people, that doesn't sound like they're violent to me. If you put it in that tone, you're like, they eat people, they eat the dead, right? Okay, that's probably a culture, religious thing. My hands are up, I can't tell you what to
Brutus.
do. Hi. I can't tell you what to do. However, if you're saying it in the like, they eat people. If I said it like that to you, would you still go? They eat people. Like, that sounds like they hunt people down. That sounds like they hunt people.
Yeah, then I probably wouldn't go.
That's so... Why is this man still going? I mean, he's a cop. He's probably like, my job is to be cop. If I don't cop, I shall die.
Hunter named
Hi.
who teases
Nope,
him about
unless
Man,
I-
every other cop would jump at the opportunity to not do cop work, so.
That's true.
of a Goto family.
Unless I have a
Most likely
assault
killed by a
rifle
bear.
and I can bullets.
Kisuke vows to
Get
hunt
faded
down the bear,
miles.
but Daigo notices something odd. The corpse has a human bite mark on the arm, positioned in a way that makes self-infliction impossible. When Daigo points this out, Kisuke gets defensive. accusing
That actually did
Daigo of
not look
suggesting
impossible
Goto
to be
family
self-inflicted, but
abuse.
maybe I'm just stupid.
Kisuke
I
pulls out
feel
a
like he's
shotgun,
exaggerating,
aiming
like
it at
the guy
Daigo's
in the
head.
video.
The other hunters in
Not the manga. I doubt the manga was like, it's impossible. I bet they were like, it's suspicious because the bite mark is in at an angle that would be difficult to do yourself. If it's your arm though, you can bite your arm at any angle. It shouldn't be that hard.
family encouraged Kisuke, but Daigo
I
quickly
feel like unless you're
apologizes.
just really that
Kisuke reveals that it
inflexible.
was just a practical joke. Although the hunters laugh, Daigo isn't amused. Still, they invited him and his family to join them for drinks later that night, emphasizing the importance of building a good relationship with the villagers, something that the last officer failed to do. Daigo and Yuki argue about him going out drinking, but he ultimately joins the
Wait, where'd the
hunters,
last officer
lying
go?
that
What
his
did I
family
miss?
couldn't make it because
Nothing. That's the mystery. This started off with
Oh.
them being like, there was an officer that was here, and he left. He left in a hurry. He left screaming about how there's cannibals here, and he's fucking saying that there's the I fucking forget the name of the family already. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so then I definitely wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, like they're like, this guy came and he was there. He's like really scared when he left, and he was freaking the fuck out. And now he refuses to go back. And he's like, these people are dangerous. Don't associate. But they sent me to the town to be there, and like, it's suspicious, and I want to figure out what's happening in the town. I wouldn't go. Someone braver than me can figure this out. You know what I mean?
Maybe
Like,
he just wants to die.
that's what I'm saying. You have a daughter too. He has a fucking daughter and a wife. Like,
Dude,
you got shit to live for, dude.
I don't know why this is just making me think of freaking Squid Game, where I'm like, dude, just go back to your daughter, and then he's like, nah, I'm gonna dye my hair, and then I'm gonna
Like
go
this
back
makeup,
to the games.
laughing face.
It's so fucking funny though.
I hated that. That's why I didn't watch the second one.
I never watched Squid Games, right? But like, I am not
was
mad at
good,
this character type.
And then they just decided to do that in preparation for another season, and I'm like, no, now I hate it.
Now I hate this. Like, okay, so I don't hate this character type where it's a police officer who's like, I am one of very few police officers who's actually committed to doing my fucking job. Because, again, there are police officers who actually want to do their job. And granted, he's right. If somebody is like saying that there is a crime going on and you're like a detective and a cop, and you are legally allowed to go there and investigate, like legally you are being sent there, like you're not being rogue. Like if he was being rogue, I would be like, bro, you're doing this off the clock. No, he's on the clock. So granted, he's on the clock. He's getting paid to do this. And he wants to figure it out, and it is his job. It lines up at least. But you got a kid. You have a daughter. And there's a lot of talk about kids going missing. Which, I mean, if I was him and I was insisting on doing this, I would leave my kids back at wherever the fuck I came from. At the bare minimum.
Yeah, you shouldn't take your children with you.
No. He did. I don't know why. That's probably the only decision so far that I am like, I know your job probably told you, like, they probably are responsible for your housing, so they probably are like, we are removing you from your current housing and putting you in a different place, but, like, I would still fight with my company to be like, can you please let my family stay at the house in X, Y, and Z prefecture and let me just go wherever the fuck? Because I'm good with that.
That sounds stupid.
Yeah, like, I'm good with that. But yeah, no, so they're talking about how this officer went missing, and they're being very threatening. And I do have to clarify, the villagers and this family are two separate groups. So just keeping track of the groups.
I agree.
Yeah. Like, the keeping track of the groups we have in this, there are the villagers, they are the family, and then there's the detective and the police outside of the family, and people who are complete outsiders. So, there's beef between the villagers and the family. Hi, Ember! I haven't seen you in forever! We are on Eerie, and we're Eerie and YouTube. We're talking about Gannible. We are doing a horror hangout.
because they're visiting Yuki's hometown.
How are you?
The
I'm
hunters
well.
see through the lie, though. Everyone in the village knows what he does and when he does it. Meanwhile, Mashiro sneaks out in the middle of the night as Yuki, realizing they're living in the last officer's house, notices a carving on the wall, saying, "Run away." At the bar,
Bitch,
Daigo
please
discusses
leave.
the rumors the last officer
Wow, it's
spread
almost like
about
a police
villagers
officer whose
being
job it is
cannibals,
to do such
which
things wouldn't be able to do that on his own.
dude. Brenna, wouldn't you call your spouse immediately and be like, "Nah, I'm finding weird carvings on the walls and shit, and I just found out this is the house of the last guy, and I'm not liking any of this. We need to leave." I would call my husband immediately.
Let's say if I was a stay-at-home mom or something,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What's your income again? I'm gonna move out."
I'm good. I'm gonna go back to my mom. What do you wait, mother-in-law?
Like,
My mom's
I'm
house. I'm gonna go to my
right
mom's
now
house.
What I just saw, but I'll see you later.
I'll see you later with divorce papers.
You
No,
see
I'm not
them saying
divorcing
run
you
away.
over this.
What do you do? 1. Run 2, stay.
Okay, hold up. Oliver, get out. Quasi had to leave. My cat had to leave. He was crying and fussing and being silly. He was crying and fussing and being silly. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, no. If I saw that, my spouse is getting called immediately and I am packing my bags.
The hunters laugh off. Elsewhere, Mashiro wanders alone on a snowy road and
That's
encounters
his
an
daughter,
old man
by the
with
way.
a cart filled with chopped limbs and a bloody finger in his mouth. The hunters plan to hunt down the bear in the morning, warning Daigo to be cautious. When Daigo returns home, Yuki shows him the eerie carving. He checks on Mashiro, who is safely asleep, but has a splash
all
of
done it.
blood on her.
Got it?
She wakes and hands him something that shocks him to his core. The next morning,
Oh, by the
Daigo
way,
joins to hunt down mountain.
By
But
the
a young
way-
hunter named Yusuke lags
Duncan,
behind, not wanting to
I'm
be
not
left
married to
with
Duncan.
the
Duncan's like
outside.
my second best
Yusuke
friend. He's
emphasizes that
like an
the
asshole
mountains
and I hate
are
him.
hunter territory and doesn't like
Why does everybody keep thinking that I'm dating Duncan? Duncan's fucking gross. He's grubby as hell. I love Duncan. He's not gross. He's a fucking germaphobe and a clean freak. But I hate him. Why would I date my cousin? That's fucking weird.
Well, people have asked if we're dating before, so it's not surprising.
That makes more sense, though.
It does not. You're my brother.
No, but it makes more sense. I've known you
It
longer.
absolutely does not.
Yes, it does. I've known you longer.
No?
And we share beds sometimes. I can get people
And?
misinterpreting that.
Because they're stupid?
Yes. Dunkin' Donuts, yes. Ducan.
Dunkin' Donuts.
His name
it's
is
not even
Duke.
called that anymore. It's just called Dunkin'.
It's gay.
Magical girl side all over again.
It is, I agree.
when outsiders interfere. While getting lost in the woods, Daigo receives a call from a pathologist named Nakamura.
That's gonna be
who
you,
reveals that
Brenna.
the finger Mashiro found
Nah, I'm
belonged
not
to
doing
a
this type
woman,
of shit.
but to
Damn.
someone else. Suddenly, a shot rings out, missing Daigo. It's Yusuke, who initially fired to get Daigo's attention. They encounter the bear, which attacks Daigo, but Yusuke kills it with a single shot. Kisuke and the hunters celebrate, and Daigo is no longer seen as an outsider. They dissect the bear, confirming that it killed their grandmother, and Kisuke demands
For this
Daigo to
toxic
eat
Chia
a
and
piece of
Yukiko
his
lesbian
grandmother's
relationship.
flesh as a sign of respect. At that moment,
Wait.
Daigo realizes
Bye-bye.
that the villagers
Brutus.
are indeed
I gotta go to
Maybe
a book
later.
club.
Have fun at book club. Okay, I'm gonna turn text to speech off because it's yelling over the video and I can't hear the video. Or this toxic Chia and you say those, yeah. No. Fuck that. Fuck Chia. I hate her. She's like such a bad character.
You're talking about Persona again?
Yeah. I don't understand. I had this conversation yesterday before you came when I was playing Persona for a little while. I don't understand the like I'm not getting it. I'm playing Persona and I'm having fun. Like I'm not like not having fun, but like the way people have hyped this up to me to being this like profound experience and saying that there's like all this stuff in Persona and stuff. I don't think it's well written enough for any of that. And maybe there's a game that's better written than this that I'm just not engaged with and I just haven't been exposed to, but like the fact that when they do the whole like fighting your inner demon thing with Chie, and the entire time it is just Chie being exposed for being like the worst person I have ever seen in my entire life. Like being such a bad person who straight up admits that she takes advantage of this girl and uses her to make herself feel better, and then she actively thinks her quote unquote friend is pathetic. And then like the point of Persona is not that you like resolve any of that. It's just that you accept that part of you and you move forward in life, which I'm fine with that as a concept. But like, we're supposed to be on Chie's side and like Chie and accept the fact that she still takes advantage of this poor girl.
I don't like.
I don't like
that's
that
the
either.
message.
She is such a bitch. Like, not even like a cart. Like in a like a I just don't like
The
her.
message of this story: realize you're a piece of shit. Continue being
Being a
one.
piece of shit. Yeah, it's like if she was a piece of shit and she became better, like she apologized to her friend, but it's like, but you're gonna keep doing it.
It just sounds like, I'm sorry that you felt that way. Anyway.
Like, her friend is straight up like, you're my prince, and I wish my prince would save me, and I want somebody to save me, and like, you're so much stronger than me, and I'm dependent on you. It really does feel, the way it's coded is like a lesbian with a crush on a straight girl, and the straight girl using the lesbian to make herself feel better. Like, I made the joke of that, but that's basically how it's written. Is like, there's a girl who's gay and she likes her friend because they keep showing her getting axed out by tons of boys and she says no to all of them, but she really likes Chie and follows Chie around everywhere and shit, right? And she calls Chie her prince in her head and stuff, and like, that's just gay. That's just really fucking gay, and that's fine. That's just super gay, and that's fine. That's not the problem. She is not the problem. The problem is that like Chie straight up admits that she takes advantage of her friend and it makes her feel better and more important and like she's a better person. Not better as in like, I'm making good moral choices. No, like, better than you, better. Because this girl exists. And if this girl dies in this parallel sort of cross dimension that is in Persona, if she dies, then she's like, what am I gonna do with myself? Like, how am I gonna make myself feel better if she's dead? Like, we have to save her, guys. You don't understand. We have to save her. She can't die. And it's like, yeah, no, I agree that she can't die and we need to save our friend. But that's not why you want to save her. Clearly, that's not why you want to save her. You want to save her because if she's dead, you have nobody to stroke your ego. That's fucking gross. I hate that. That's wild. It is wild, Ember. It's gross. It's gross behavior. I find it to be gross. And people being like, oh my god, Persona, profound impact on my life. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe real around it, blah, blah, blah. And like, I believe that, but also I feel like there are too many parts of this that are giving such bad advice to how to like fix yourself or whatever the fuck, that like, any growth you're getting from this cannot be positive. Like, objectively. Like, objective positive impact on your life. Nuanced maybe, but maybe not objective, because that is terrible advice. That is terrible advice to be like, it's okay to have a part of you that likes to take advantage of your friends. No, I think that's wrong. I don't think it's okay to have a part of you that likes taking advantage of your friends. I think that's fucking weird. I think that's fucking weird. Okay, anyway, let's continue Gannible.
And Kisuke demands Daigo to eat a piece of his grandmother's flesh as a sign of respect. At that moment, Daigo realizes that the villagers are indeed
Quality takes time, and we're in no rush.
Oh yeah, don't eat these eggs, apparently. They're lying with false advertising.
with technology
And
to make
apparently,
care of
Whole Foods can't get rid of the eggs now, because nobody wants to buy them.
already in just half of
Alright, Brenna.
Why don't
How
they
you
just
feeling?
give it to their workers for free?
They probably don't. They say that they're free range, but they're not. And they make you pay like a premium, like $8 a carton for fucking eggs.
Ew, why?
Because they want you to pay for the, it being free reign and then being like quote unquote healthier eggs. They feed their chickens, yellow pigment so that the eggs have a darker yolk. Because people believe that when a yolk is
Ew,
darker.
that's rude.
Yeah, it's like, oh, people believe when a yolk is darker that the egg has more nutrition. That's why we do it. That's why people do that.
I definitely have heard people think of that, but it just depends on what they eat.
Yeah, they think there's more protein and they have a healthier diet, which like technically
Nah.
yeah, but like
Nah.
no.
Not even, because you could have really healthy chickens that just don't have an orangey yellow yolk. Like, they can have different colors. It's genuinely just depends on what they eat. It's like flamingo.
Yeah. So like they feed them dye so that all the eggs have a dark yolk.
That's not nice.
Yeah, I know. Don't eat it. Okay, brother, how you feeling about the first part of Gannible? I'm enjoying it. I like that they get the cannibal thing out of the way immediately.
I'm like half checked out. I think I probably would like to read it.
Okay, so what we've established
What
so
the
far. What the fuck happened to you? What we've
I
established.
don't know. I heard a very loud noise.
what we've established so far is that this village is weird, no duh, and that they are in fact cannibals. They don't let that whole like, are they cannibals? Are they eating people like float around? There is 100% confirmation that we are eating people, and they also make the cop eat a part of this now deceased grandmother because, it's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult, Brenna. It's a cult. They definitely are a cult. There's no way. It's a cult. If you're not a part of the cult, you're against the cult. So we kind of have a cult going on.
The first volume, so much stuff has
I do think
occurred
it's
that
interesting
I
that
literally
as
had
a
to split
welcoming
these into
thing,
parts.
they're just like,
I
here,
really
meet
enjoyed
my granny.
this part of the
Oh,
I love
it's a test. I wouldn't even say it's a welcoming thing. It's a test. They killed the bear. They cut the bear open to see if the bear had killed their grandmother. Found their grandmother's corpse inside of it, and then all started eating pieces of it, out of respect. So it kind of comes off like they're eating people for cultural, religious reasons, which ain't no way with the way y'all are acting that's true. I don't believe it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem necessary. Like,
Y'all
I
are
could
acting
see this
suspicious.
being a thing, but to open up a bear to do all that.
It's suspicious. There's like too much violence associated with this. It feels like maybe you guys do eat the dead. Two things can be right at once. A square is not a rectangle, but a rectangle is a square. You might eat the dead out of respect for the dead. I believe that. But I also believe that you are just eating people for other bizarre reasons. Because this is too suspicious. This is just too goddamn weird.
and the mysteries. I really enjoyed this part of the volume. I love the family and the mystery around this entire town. The art is very high definition, and the artist loves to work with shades. It definitely helps out a lot.
It is really
when
good art.
designing the different characters,
I will say
like
that much.
Kisuke. A majority of the backgrounds don't even look like drawings.
Okay.
The background
Okay.
of
We
Mia,
hear you.
its
We hear you.
material is really nice, inspired by the manga, because I entered a era and place. Really realistic. Him and Yuki fight.
Okay, I want you to get to the next chapter.
The bodies as these practices and
I don't need you to explain cannibalism and why we might eat people. I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
Didn't he also already do that?
Kinda, yeah.
do funerals now. The village still the old man that we see with a finger on the road. I think the story is trying to mislead us into thinking.
This kind of looks like a nicer looking homunculus.
After the hunt,
What do you mean?
Yuki
What is
picks
that?
up Daigo
Is that a story?
Shiro, who hasn't
Yeah, it's
spoken
another
since
manga.
the incident. Daigo
I still
blames
refuse to
himself,
read that
but
one, by the
Yuki
way. We are
comforts
not
him and
reading that
reassures
one.
him.
If you want to read
As
it by
they
yourself,
drive,
go ahead.
they pass
I'm not
a
reading it.
mysterious woman.
What the fuck? What? Why? Hold on,
Because
why?
there's rape of a minor in it. I refuse to read it.
What?
It's a plot point, too, which is even worse.
Oh my god. There was a plot
It
point
looks really good, and, like, psychologically, I'm fine with all that. I just don't want to see that, because I feel like it's going to get in too much detail, and I don't want to see it.
Oh, that's awful. What's it about?
I guess kind of like trying to make a homunculus, but more in a psychological way. There definitely is mutilation in it, but it's not creating a whole human. It's more like,
Well,
I guess more like in a control aspect.
well, like, there's a homunculus in the alchemic sort of capacity, and then in psychology, there is a type of homunculus. Like, if you ever Google homunculus, right, and you see that figure with, like, a human, but he's got, like, big lips and, like, big feet and hands and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that is a homunculus based off the psychological definition, where you take the parts of a human that you think make up what being a human is, and you exaggerate them to therefore make the perfect human, or, like, an embodiment of what makes a human. It's interesting. It's a totally different thing, though. And it uses
They play into both in a way, and it is interesting. Like I said, like if I could take that one section out of it, I'd be okay with it.
I mean, this is like us yesterday with and they are lesbians. Psych, they're sisters. And we're like, you know
That was
what?
horrible.
I still
I was
commit
like,
to
wait.
ignoring the
I
fact that
haven't
they're
paid
siblings.
attention to anything, but this was the most wholesome part of this entire thing.
And
Why'd
it was
you have
so
to do that?
unnecessary. It didn't move the plot along. It didn't really change anything. It didn't change anything. Like, it didn't have any impact on the story.
Road. The next day, Daigo investigates the fate of the last officer, Osamu Kano, starting with his daughter, Sumire Kano. Kisuke invites Daigo to a funeral ceremony for the victim, while Mashiro enters elementary school. During the ritual, villagers must cover their faces, but they realize an extra person is present. The mysterious woman from the road reveals herself as Sumire Kano, who claims that her father was murdered. Confronting her, Kisuke dismisses her accusations, but she kicks over the coffin, revealing it to be empty. Sumire says, "There's nobody to bury because they've already eaten her." A mob
Whoa.
starts to form, but Kisuke
Bold.
distracts
I mean, that kind of makes
crowd,
sense, though.
giving Daigo a chance
I would
to
not
take
say that in front of
Sumire
the people, though.
away.
They're
Before
crazy.
they can escape, though, a smelly man with his face covered attacks the crowd, causing chaos. Sumire explains to Daigo that the villagers eat the dead to pay respects, inheriting their souls as part of a mourning process, a practice repeated for decades worldwide.
Hey,
She
Moneybags.
adds that the last time she saw her father, he was fighting
We're
with the
watching
Goto
Gannible.
family, suggesting that they are somehow involved in the recent events.
You're getting into
Determined to
Gannible.
investigate, Daigo heads to
We're
the
over on
Goto
YouTube getting
family
into Gannible.
property. A tree
We're
falls
doing a horror
in its path,
hangout.
but a man related to Kisuke chops it up, allowing Daigo to proceed. But before letting him go, the man shows Daigo a recording of Kano's last known sighting. The footage depicts Kano, angry and distressed, accusing the Goto
Gamble.
family of
Domain
cannibalism.
expansion.
Despite
Shut
the
up,
man's
Roland.
obvious
Hi.
instability, Daigo decides to use it as evidence
The
and
fuck?
continues his investigation for Sumiri's sake. Meanwhile, the man discusses with another, hinting that he, the old man
Until
from the
death,
first
Gamble.
chapter,
Shut up.
will deal with Daigo. Back at home, a neighbor warns Yuki about the barbaric nature of the Goto family.
Goto,
Meanwhile,
that's what it is.
The Goto family discusses Daigo's investigation, and one member decides to hunt him down. As Daigo investigates the property, he senses someone stalking him and recording him in the same spot as the footage. Suddenly, a man points a rifle at Daigo's head, demanding that he leaves. Daigo
I would
remains
leave!
calm, refusing
this-
to go.
dude.
When the man pulls the trigger, Daigo swiftly disarms
I
him.
don't know what point in all of this exchange where you draw the line, sir, but I drew the line when this lady kicked over a coffin and straight up was like, it's not even that they ate her. They ate all, there aren't even fucking bones in there. Which seems excessive. Even for spiritual, religious, eating people thing, that seems like an excessive overreach of like consuming the body.
There's also normally specific parts that you eat for spiritual practices.
Yeah, in Mongolia, it's a thing where you take your body and you give it to like wild animals and stuff, and then you come back for the bones. Like, that's a normal thing. Or I think sometimes they eat them too. I don't remember. But like, you.
I
leave the
also would not
bones.
eat a modern human being.
Why? They're full of too much microplastics.
No, we're so diseased. We're so ill. I don't see any nutritional
You
benefits.
said you got dirty meat. Lock
Yeah.
eyes. Lock eyes like slots. It's a gamble just to meet. Took every chance hoping it'd be you. I see. Fills you with joy when I watch you do your own thing, admiring you. He's
Is this Roland?
Yes. I love how you like immediately knew that it was Roland. Roland, I'm in no mood to read all these today.
Taking the rifle away. Though very calm, Daigo is unnerved by the man's intent to kill. Returning home,
It is crazy
he
how
finds
quick they are to want to
Kisuke,
murder people in here.
Yusuke, and another man inside her house. She demands
They're
to
just
know their
living my
purpose
dream,
as
brother.
more Goto
Shut
family
up, don't
members
say
enter.
that.
They aren't looking for Daigo, they're after her. We cut back to Daigo as he takes down the three men, arresting them.
Roland,
One of the
stop
men
deleting your
warns Daigo that
messages.
it's
You're
too late
fine.
and that he
You're being a
will let
baby.
you
Oh, he doesn't have to
As
delete
Daigo
anything.
prepares
He keeps
to take
doing
them
that when
away,
I say I'm in
the
no mood to
elderly
read his
members
lyrics.
of the Goto family plead with him to let
Why?
him
He's
handle
dramatic.
the matter. Daigo asks who
I mean,
is,
he does fight
only to
ninth
find out
graders.
when the old man
Mhm.
swings a scythe towards his head. The final scene is Nakamura trying to call Daigo, but it leads to voicemail. He has found the identity of the
Welcome
figure that
back.
he sent him. It's none other than the last officer, Osamu Kano. As many of you
Oh, I
know,
fucked that up,
love
'cause I don't
a
know
good
what
mystery
happened. I was
series,
talking
and
too much.
This story is filled with the
Oh.
fingers trying to call Daigo,
Well, we got
but it
Scooby-Doo.
leads to
Yeah.
voicemail. He has found the identity of the finger that he sent him. It's none other than the last officer, Osamu Kano.
Okay, so the officer's fucking dead. So that old man with the weird eyes who we saw with a wheelbarrow pulling a body around and eating it, he ate the last detective. So that guy was missing. I didn't know that guy was fucking missing. The last guy who was here went missing. Hi, Ziri. We just got into Gannible. We're still on volume 1, so you came right on time.
Hi, Ziri.
Brother's here.
I'm here.
I just finished a bowl of ice cream. Okay.
As many of you know,
Mwah,
I
mwah,
love
mwah,
a
mwah.
good mystery series, and this story is filled with them.
Yes.
Another after the like I said, we're people that are character by our cops, so I'm coming back.
New lawsuit. Don't social media killed my dad. Sorry.
It specifically says teens.
Daigo is
Social
found
media killed my dad.
unconscious, floating in a river by the police.
My
He
dad
wakes
is
up in the
16
hospital,
years
his
old.
family by
Killed
his side,
him.
and the Goto family standing in front of him. Though he's obviously angry, Kisuke and the others apologize for their violent family members.
Excuse me?
Explaining that they were trying to protect Yuki and Mashiro. One family member apologizes for his brother cutting Daigo's forehead, but Daigo corrects him that it wasn't his brother, but an old man. Kisuke mentions that 2 of the attackers have turned themselves in, but 1 remains at large. Daigo starts to recall the incident and realizes that the old man was the same one from the funeral, recognized by his foul odor. Kisuke mocks Daigo, who responds by kicking him out. Later, Matsuo Goto finds Daigo's phone, listens to the voicemail, and texts Nakamura to arrange a meeting. Daigo tries to leave the hospital to arrest Matsuo, leaving the police escorts to protect his family.
Bro, you almost got
Outside
killed.
his
I don't know why you're trying to
house,
arrest
Miura
anybody.
tells Daigo that she's
I mean,
leaving
still.
the
I mean, I
village,
guess that makes
but
sense.
gives him
Dude, everyone in this town is fucking wackadoo crazy. I don't think I would try to be trying to arrest anybody yet. I think I tried to leave first. Like, again, I think
Not without backup.
this man's confident. I can't shade him for his confidence.
Also, why did this lady come in here just to freaking
Stir pot.
stir shit and then leave?
I-
What did she accomplish?
I know what happens later. She has reasons for being like this, right? But this was petty. This was very petty.
It just sounds like she's trying to ruin everything, though.
This was very petty. This was a very unnecessary way to, like, initiate her grievances, one might say. Ah, my phone, my computer was dying.
Maybe she's just severely socially inept.
Maybe she's just mad at the
Before she
world.
leaves, she tells Daigo
Maybe
that
she's
Kisuke is
stupid.
different from the other family members.
Well, I can turn your volume down. I just realized because you're at full volume now because you're
Fearing
using your
for
good
their
headphones.
safety After the last
Why?
operator's death and Daigo's near fatal encounter, Daigo
Each
agrees
theater.
she should leave, but she insists that she won't go without him. Daigo tries to call Nakamura, unaware
die
that
then.
Matsuo is planning.
Shut up!
Daigo heads to the hospital with another cop. There, he meets with the police chief and discusses his attack at the Goto residence. The chief and 2 other professionals are shocked by Daigo's account and agrees to reopen the case, but decide to keep Daigo
First time
out
I
of
heard
it because
old
of his
man
connection.
brew
He
voice.
accepts, leaving the case for the
Is
sake
it?
of being with his family. As Daigo
That's
leaves to
surprising.
meet Nakamura, a truck nearly crashes into his car. Matsuo was the one driving, and he turns himself in. He confesses to killing Kano, and as proof, leads them to his corpse.
What the
But
fuck?
Daigo remains skeptical.
Thanks.
The chief questions Daigo's testimony about his attacker, but Daigo stands by his story despite the elders' conflicting testimonies. The chief warns Daigo again to stay away from the Goto family. Kisuke and other
Why
Goto
are you
members
protecting
visit
this
the corpse
weird
to
family
pay
that
their
clearly
respects,
eats people?
urging Daigo to get along with them. Though Daigo wants to continue investigating, he knows he can't afford to end up like Kano for his family's sake. Daigo notices a bite mark on his shoulder, realizing that the Goto family wants to keep him from uncovering the truth about the old man. 2 weeks later, life seems to return to normal. Daigo resumes his police duties while Yuki and Mashiro live peacefully among the villagers. Daigo notices that the villagers also avoided
I
mentioning
like that they're
Kano's
just
name.
leaving random
Not
ass
just
bite
the
marks.
Goto
They're
family.
doing this to spite
One day,
people, not to
A
eat
villager
people.
invites Daigo to a drinking party.
Well, I know. Okay, because again, I know what happens. Okay, who do you think is biting people?
Well, I'm not really paying attention.
Well, okay, they're protecting this old ass man, and he's been seen to be biting people. I think that the random bite marks are like when dogs bite people. And there's just shit. They just bite shit haplessly. I think he's just gobbling on humans. No God, no master.
So, like, then eat them. Don't leave a bite mark.
I think they're stopping him. I think they're like, you've had enough, and then they're taking it from him. You know what I mean?
That's rude.
That is rude.
Just let him finish it.
And Yuki asks
He's
to
already
join.
gone so
The party
far.
goes well until
Let him
Daigo
finish
brings
it.
up the Goto
Let him
family.
finish.
A villager
Why are
leaves
you
that they
booing?
have
He's
been
right.
discussing the Kano
Whatever.
incident due
Why are
to
you
its
booing?
connection
He's
to the
right.
Goto family, blaming themselves for not intervening. After the party, Daigo asks Yuki if she still wants to leave the village.
Yes.
But she decides to stay, feeling accepted by the villagers despite the incident. He has no
Nah,
right
she
to
wants to
blame
die.
the villagers for
Yeah.
what happened to Kano.
Let him enjoy his
After all,
Happy Meal.
He did kill someone in front of
Exactly.
Mashiro. Now the
Maybe
story
there's
takes
even
a
a toy
pretty
inside.
interesting turn from here.
Okay.
We get answers to questions that basically solve
I have problems with this woman's logic. We already went over that, like, the Goto family and the villagers are two separate groups, right? But they are both in this town. I understand if you and the villagers are fucking cool, but, like, this family is also here and unhinged. It's great that you are kiki kai-kaiing with the villagers. That's good for you. I love seeing you make friends. But what about this problem over here that you guys are not, like, resolving or, like, dealing with? What about these people? You have to deal with those two if you're living here. Those people are your fucking neighbors now.
I'm assuming they're just, I don't know, trying not to cause more problems, but...
It feels like that's not an option when these people are attacking you and attacked your husband. Tried to kill him. Hi, Queen Pony.
whole mystery, but it just
We are
turns out
on
that there's
YouTube.
way more to
We're
the
doing a
story
horror
than we
hangout,
thought.
and we're
Not only do we know
looking
what
at
happened
Gannible.
to Mashiro, but now we also know what happened to Kano. Why are the Gotos avoiding Daigo? What's the deal with the old man, and why are the villagers, including the chief of police, afraid of the Goto family?
Yeah,
This
because,
does
like,
kind
what the
of
fuck did
prove
these
my
people
theory
do that has
he's just an
everybody
old
scared
man
straight,
who's
even
a
people who
big
aren't in this
bad,
village?
but he hasn't really killed anyone that we know
Veneria?
of. And that
Hi,
also
Veneria.
doesn't explain why the old man saved
We
Daigo.
are
But even if the mystery isn't solved,
watching
I like
Gannible.
the fact that Daigo
Hi,
basically
hi,
moved
hi.
on for the sake of his family. It shows a lot of character to Daigo, and it gives us more wholesome scenes of the family. We finally know the incident that made Mashiro mute, and we won't get the full details until the next chapter, but already we can paint a picture of
Oh, yeah,
what
this is
happened.
another
I
she's
didn't
mute.
think much about the
We have another mute person. Except in this story, like, her being mute, one, is validated, and two, she straight up just doesn't actually have any lines of dialogue. Which, like, big fucking god, that's how you write a character that doesn't speak. You
So are
don't
you trying
write
to tell
dialogue.
me she doesn't puppeteer the villagers to speak for her?
No! She has no
Doesn't
superpowers that
grab
don't
the
make
old
fucking
man's
sense.
mouth and start, like, moving her hand?
I know, right? Crazy. Hi, Jose.
daughter being mute. I didn't think it was really important to the story until they really revealed it to be trauma-based. Mashiro being mute also plays a really big
Maybe it's an
part in
infection, like
horror
maybe the
as well.
cannibals can
You know,
retain
Mia
the
states
sense
that
of
when I
mind.
thought
Maybe?
of the last
Maybe.
scene for the first chapter, if it was a normal child, they would have been able to tell their parents about the situation. And I think the sense of urgency would have been different. Even though Gannible
Okay,
wasn't meant
people
to be
that are
a-
mute are still able to express.
It's true.
What does that even mean?
They're saying that the likelihood of her telling her parents if something went wrong is lower because she's mute, but that's still not true.
That's not
well,
true at all.
no, I know what happened to this little girl.
Unless,
So,
unless
like-
he's trying to say because it's based on the trauma.
Yeah, like, I know what the trauma is. I can spoil it. They did say that her dad killed somebody, like, in front of her. So that's why she went mute. Was because it was so shocking and traumatized her so much that she couldn't speak. Again, that makes sense. So they try to hide anything out of the ordinary to prevent them from finding out. I mean, I understand why she wouldn't tell her dad this, because, spoiler, this is a spoiler. We're gonna find out later, but this is a spoiler. The reason that her dad killed somebody was because there was, like, a child molester who was like, I'm in love with your fucking 6-year-old daughter, and kept following her around, and he threatened this boy and said, do not talk to my kid. If I catch you talking, it's done. We're done. I'm going to fucking wreck you. He did it anyway, brought the little girl to his apartment, and then when he found out, he fucking lost it, and he's a cop, and he was like, I'm gonna arrest you, and he pulled out his gun, and he accidentally shot him. Sort of accidentally, but it happened in front of his daughter, so his daughter became traumatized. So I can understand why she wouldn't tell her dad if she saw something weird, because she doesn't know how her dad's gonna react. I get that. I don't know what she know. Maybe not your mom either. Because I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't tell her mom, but maybe she just doesn't want to tell any adults anything. I can see that. I
guess so.
Because she's little. Like, she's very little. I can see a kid's logic being, I don't know what my dad's gonna do. What if he kills somebody again? If he finds out that somebody was being
Maybe
scary
I just grew
towards
up
me.
weird. I keep thinking that these things don't make sense. And I know they do, but they don't to me.
Like, it makes sense to me because, like, when I had, like, abusive stuff happen to me as a kid, like, I didn't say anything to my mom. Because I thought I couldn't tell anything to her. And she was like, why didn't you just tell me? And I was like, I don't know, I didn't think about it. Because you were, like, trained to not say anything. Like, you saw the consequences of it once, and then your brain is like, oh, never do that again? So it kind of lines up. If it was that, like, he killed somebody in front of her, and it had nothing to do with her, I wouldn't understand why she wouldn't tell her dad. But considering what the trauma was, is, oh, somebody was trying to hurt me specifically, and my dad caught him, and then that's how the guy died, I can understand a kid being like, if I say something, somebody's gonna get hurt, so I shouldn't say something. I can get that. It's not as contrived as the last story, where somebody is mute, and it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't fucking help the plot at all.
affects everybody differently, but
Yeah.
it's way more horrific to see. And
Okay, let's hit volume 2.
Now
Oh my
a local
fucking
tax
God.
expert will do your taxes for $150.
Brennan, remember to file your TurboTax taxes.
Know your situation from self-employment
I keep
to
forgetting.
W-2s. Pay only
Don't use TurboTax, though, it's
I
too
just
expensive.
started
handled by a local expert.
Do your other one. Do free US whatever the fuck.
Top it and top it with Kraft Parmesan cheese.
Okay, do you know why we don't refrigerate this shit? Because it makes me feel like it's fake cheese.
I'm assuming there's just a lot of salt in it.
Do you think it's just super salted? Because I'm like, this
Yeah.
don't go in the fridge. You can leave this out of the fridge. Sometimes you go to the supermarket and this is just in a little standee outside of the fridge section, just like chilling out in a cardboard stand. And I'm always like, they have Parmesan cheese in the fridge section, but she is not. The Kraft one is never in the fridge section. My dad.
Yeah, I think there's so many preservatives in that one.
Nasty.
5 months earlier, Daigo responds to a backup call.
Because also, it
from
doesn't
two
really taste
detectives
much like
chasing
Parmesan.
down
It
a
does
suspect.
taste like salt.
Meanwhile,
It's
at
good.
a school event, Mashiro
It's good.
describes her father as
But
a
not for the right
policeman
reasons.
who catches bad guys. But while everyone calls
Oh,
her
okay,
bad guy,
yeah. I didn't spoil it too soon because we're going over it. This is 5 months earlier, so this is when she could speak. Just as context, this is when she could speak. This happened. Oh, Brenna, maybe it makes more sense because I thought this happened like a year or two prior to the current events. No, it happened a few months ago. So it's fresh in her mind that if she says something, her dad might freak out. It's like very fresh in her very small mind.
father as a policeman who catches bad guys. But while everyone calls her dad great, she doesn't think so because he's a violent policeman. We see Daigo brutally interrogating a suspect,
Okay.
taking the names of his accomplices. After extracting the information, Daigo is
Okay,
confronted
but
by
like,
a
I want to
superior,
know how often
warning him.
she's been in the room while he's doing this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay,
They wouldn't know that unless they heard other people talking about it. This child wouldn't have that first-hand experience unless she's in.
Unless this dad is like unhinged and he's like no filtering this shit constantly. Which if he was doing that 5 months ago, like Brunna, if this man was doing this 5 months ago,
So normal.
this man had no self-control apparently. Hi, Pinky. Hi. We're talking about Gannible. We're doing a horror hangout. Hi. This dad's a little
This is
unhinged.
definitely a child written from a standpoint of an adult.
Yeah, it definitely
I mean,
is.
understandable, but it's just like, I think that's what's messing me up a little bit.
I can understand some of this because again, like this came from my own. Like every person with trauma is different. Like because I have complex PTSD, I can kind of see this and see like this making
No, I know,
sense.
it's just, it's not
Like,
written.
It's not like
properly.
it's not. I would say it's not conveyed properly because it's written in a way that makes sense, but it's not conveyed in a way that like is lining up properly. But there is an option, Brenna, where it's just that this dad is just being violent around his kids sometimes, and then his excuse is, "It's my job, sweetie. Like you have to understand, little 6-year-old. This is my job. I have to beat them up and be an asshole." Which, bro, if that was your logic, I'm really sorry. Stop taking your kid to work. Stop doing it in front of your baby. Stop doing it in front of the baby. This is why she's scared of you. Stop it.
Him about his actions. Daigo
Hi,
is soon to
mystery.
be assigned to a sexual assault investigation involving children,
Okay.
which he's very eager to catch the perpetrator. At a park, Yuki and Mashiro are approached
Ooh,
by Daigo,
on the cup.
who wants to play, but Mashiro is very upset with Daigo for beating up a neighborhood boy who did things with kids.
Oh.
No, she doesn't know the whole story. As they leave, a hook
Oh, okay. So he didn't do it in front of her, but she hears about it constantly. Because he's doing it in public, because he's a cop. So he's doing it around people enough in public all the time, like hitting people and beating the shit out of people, that she's hearing about it constantly, and her brain is developed enough to have developed opinions about what's good and bad. That makes sense. That makes sense. She's like, you shouldn't hit people. I was told never to hit people. My dad does it all day. He must be like a bad cop. I don't like that. That's baby logic. That is baby logic. Hi, Ziri.
Then I was definitely a weird kid.
Brenna, it's fine if you liked beating the shit out of people. It's fine. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. Do you want to unpack this on stream?
What?
Do you want to unpack this on stream? That you wanted to beat people up? 'Cause that's like, I don't think there's anything else there to unpack. I don't think there's anything else there to unpack.
It's a good thing you're not monetized. You'd be kicked out immediately.
No, surely. I don't think I get kicked out for us being like,
No,
you should beat the shit out of people more.
No, I feel like I grew up around probably worse things,
I mean, same.
and it was never really an issue.
I mean, I think that's just trauma, though. I think that's just trauma, because, like, things will be normalized forever until they're, like, suddenly you have to, like, think about it, and you're like, maybe that wasn't a good thing. Maybe that, like, was not a good thing that was happening, and maybe, like, that shouldn't have been happening.
But, like, you know that I'm very logical about most things.
That's true.
Unless I'm trying to be an idiot.
You often like being a goober.
I do.
The temptation to
But,
fuck
like,
with people is
let's
so strong in you. Because you were talking about this with the
Even
Asian
as,
alien
like,
thing.
A 4-year-old, if my dad came up to me and said, this person is a bad person, and I'm gonna set them on fire, I'd be like, yeah, go for it.
No, but that's the same logic as this little girl. This little girl is like, you should beat up, like, you shouldn't be being, like, this violent all the fucking time. Like, I understand they're bad people, but, like, every time I hear about you as a cop, all I hear is that you hurt somebody. And I don't know why you hurt them. I just know you
But
beat people up.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have that train of thought. People could tell me,
But you
all
like
day,
your dad a lot.
oh, what your father's doing is a horrible
But
thing.
you
and
love
I'd be
your
like,
dad.
my
Your dad is
doing
also
a
cool
good
as fuck.
service to the people.
But your dad is also cool as shit.
My dad is really cool.
I mean, your dad's cool as fuck. I feel like
The only thing that
I would also
keeps
be
me
okay with
from
your dad
saying,
doing
yeah,
stupid
Dad,
shit.
Don't do that. Is the fact that he could get arrested.
Your dad would totally get arrested.
He absolutely would.
And I know, knowing your dad, he'd be like, you know what? My hands are up. Probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because, like, when... Back in college, when these neighborhood kids were just doing random shit around the house that we were renting,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm gonna pour boiling water in their faces. And I'm like,
What? Don't do that. You'll get
You're
arrested.
gonna get arrested.
This is not funny to
And he's
people who
like,
don't
but-
know your
but
dad.
you told me I should do something
I need to
better.
clarify.
You can't do that.
Guys, I need to clarify. This man is incredibly deadpan and also, like, not being generally serious. It's a desire, but he would not actually do it. It's a desire. It's like, I want to punch that guy. It's an inside thought. It's an inside thought he says out loud. It's an inside thought he says out loud.
Same man with the cheese puff incident. So
Yes.
nobody needs to know about that until maybe later. But
Until maybe... The teacher thing was funny, though. Okay, anyway. We're digging holes.
hooded figure
Put the shovel
Tsubasa,
down, Brenna.
the
Put it
neighborhood
down.
boy, appears.
I don't even
Daigo
have a
warns
shovel.
Tsubasa to
Digging,
stay away from
you digging
Mashiro.
holes with your bare
Or else
hands like an
he'll kill
animal?
him. However,
Durr.
a hooded figure, Tsubasa, the neighborhood boy, appears. Daigo warns Tsubasa to stay away from Mashiro, or else he'll kill him. However, it's very difficult for him since he's in love with her. The next day,
Okay, so that's the guy. That's the apparently he's like a teenager. I don't know if he's like above board, quote unquote. I don't even think he's 18. I'm probably like a 15, 16-year-old kid who is doing this weird shit. I agree that this dad might be right to beat this boy's ass, but I don't think you should pull a gun out in front of your kid. I think that's a bit much. I think that might be a bit of a step in the wrong direction in regards to dealing with this. That might be.
If it happens, it happens.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. But also, like, I feel like your heart's in the right place, King. But maybe.
Also, he's a cop. He has the means to stop this kid in other ways.
I mean, he's mad though. He's saying, "Don't fucking touch my kid." So, like, he's not thinking
like,
clearly, but he probably should have. Probably should have.
So many things that could be done.
So many things could be done besides. I mean, I can't remember what happens, right? But I still think maybe so many other things could have been done before you pull a fucking
You know,
block
though,
out.
me being a dumbass, as part of one random ass plotline, I'd be like, "Here, sweetie, I have a gun. How about you go shoot that boy in the head?"
Daigo investigates a suspect who was involved with 3 young children. Mashiro sneaks out to visit Tsubasa, thanking him for his kindness, but saying that they can't play anymore. Daigo receives a call that Tsubasa let a child into his house and rushes over. Police knock on his door, and Mashiro begins to call out to her dad. Daigo, panicking, breaks in and assaults Tsubasa.
Oh my god.
Mashiro tries to intervene but is pushed aside. Daigo's partner tackles him, and Mashiro cries, questioning why he would act this way. As a cop escorts Mashiro out, Tsubasa slashes the cop's ankle
Oh, there it is.
and holds Mashiro at knife point.
Okay, yeah, no, this was the
demanding Daigo
escalation.
shoot him. Daigo, forced to act,
Okay,
Man,
so
this is fine.
yeah, this was the escalation. I forgot that this idiot pulled out a knife. I forgot that this boy pulled out a knife and tried to threaten this little girl. I forgot
See,
that
I feel
part.
like it has to be that her dad is not explaining things to her clearly.
Yeah, it has to be. Which, like,
That
there are
or
parents.
he's a normal child. But like I said, if my dad were to explain things to me, which he does, he's very clear about what he's talking about.
Yeah. Like,
This would not be a problem for me. I'd be like, thanks, Dad. I
like,
was an
okay,
idiot.
I
I'm
think.
sorry. Me at 4 years old. Thank you, Father.
I think the immediately shoot while he's still holding your child might be a little bit much, though. I feel like you could have talked him down from this. I know he's mad.
Probably not.
I think he could have. I know he's really mad. I know he's really
No,
fucking
I'm talking
mad.
about the type of guy that he is.
Oh yeah,
Probably
no.
Not.
I mean, there were other cops there though. They could have talked him down.
Yeah, but the other cops seem to be okay with enabling him to do what he wants. They're
That's
probably
kinda
afraid
true.
of him.
Stop being afraid of this weird 16-year-old fucking. I don't know if he's. I think they said he's like harassing children. I don't know if he actually did
Some adults
anything.
tend to genuinely be afraid of children for some reason, and
That
I find
is-
it strange.
That is true. There are so many adults who are genuinely like intimidated by kids. They're children though. Their brains are made of Play-Doh. They don't fucking know what they're doing. I think that's what scares them now, is that the kids don't know what they're doing, and that they just make decisions, and that scares adults, because they're like, I think before I act. Kids just are on impulse, and I can't process the world like that anymore, and that intimidates me. And
But
maybe
it
that's
seems
what it
more
is.
like adults just aren't willing to reason.
I believe that, because I have it at my job, my old job.
Tsubasa. After
Yes.
the incident, Mashiro becomes mute and emotionless, prompting the family to move to Kuge village. In the present, the family and villagers celebrate New Year's. Back at home, Daigo thanks Yuki for supporting him through everything.
My daughter
As they
became
start to
mute,
get
so I
intimate,
need to go
Daigo
live in
notices
this
someone
cannibal
watching
village.
through the window. Outside, he finds murderer painted on their house. One of the Goto
It
members
seems as though Japan's solution to like poor mental health is move to the countryside. That's what I'm picking up on as a trope. My kids
And
got
it-
depression.
It seems like it's so much worse than that, but yes.
Like just as a concept, just like as a thing of being like, my kid has poor mental health, move to the countryside. My kid gets bullied in school, move to the countryside. Just like leave.
It definitely is. It's a culture of, if there's an issue here, we move. We don't
leave.
deal with it.
We leave. We're going to leave now. Goodbye. 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 Fuck.
I think that spray paint looks too nice and it's throwing me off.
It could have been a little bit more
It
rough.
looks like it's floating.
was responsible for the graffiti. The villagers quickly clean it up, but soon after, Daigo receives a call about another incident. He meets up with Kisuke, who has turned in the suspect. He had been bragging about peeping on Daigo and Yuki, but denied being the one who vandalized their house. Daigo, suspicious,
You
believes
fucking
it could
weirdo.
only have
Sorry.
been another Goto. Kisuke, offended by this accusation, questions if Daigo is trying to provoke a fight. Tensions rise as Kisuke points out that Daigo is placing too much trust in the villagers, who were the ones that ostracized the Kanos in the first place. Daigo is reluctant to believe this, but while Kisuke insists that Mutsuo was the one who killed Kano, the villagers were the ones that pushed him to that brink. Not only did Sumari's father lose his sanity, but so did her mother.
If you're not using
Oh my God,
the
stop.
Opera browser, I don't know what to tell you. Check out Opera browser with Opera AI. It's free, and I'll leave the first
No.
link. Some companies think hens don't need to be outside.
You guys don't think hens need to be outside. Why are you lying to me? I know y'all don't fucking actually have these chickens running around. Stop lying.
Who doesn't recognize her and mistakes her for a villager. In her confused state, she talks about her missing husband and her wanting to escape, repeating the words "run" over and over. As this unsettling scene unfolds, one of the villagers casts a suspicious look towards Yuki and Mashiro. Now there's a lot to unpack here,
Nope,
but I
not
think
unpacking it.
so this series about Goto Komodo, I really thought
I'm not unpacking any of it.
and the portrayal. So Daigo is in the shower, during the dark.
We get into it.
Daigo is in the shower, mulling over Goto's disturbing claim that the villagers caused the Kanos' insanity. Although skeptical, he decides to investigate. Meanwhile, two hooded figures give an old man a ribcage and ominously predict that Daigo and his family will face a similar fate to the Kanos. Daigo calls
Y'all just be handing this man body parts? Like a fucking food disposal system?
I guess so.
Damn. You just raw. I think that's the part that pisses me off a little bit though. Raw.
That they don't even cook the food for him?
No. They just give him.
They don't have the decency to zhuzh it up?
No. Like, that's what I have a problem with. My problem is that, like, if we're doing all this, if we're this into it, right? You know what I mean? We're this far in. We're this deep. And y'all eat other food besides people. Y'all have the common decency to just fucking put some salt on it or something, like, actually, for real. For real.
They don't have the decency to let them finish the meal, so...
I mean, yeah, I guess so. You've been handing this man fucking rib cages. Listen
And
to
they'll
that.
be taking it back with one bite mark.
Give me that shit. Give it back.
This is not necessary.
Give it back. You don't deserve that. Give it back to me. Mine.
Now I'm just thinking it's like when you lick something so someone doesn't take it from you, you give one last bite mark in the hopes that they'll give it back.
It's so fucking funny.
That's fine.
Sumire
Man,
asks
give
about
it.
the villagers. She denies them being involved in her father's death, but mentions her mother has felt like...
Oh, just because, like, I don't know if it's very clear. Bretta, the lady in the wheelchair is the wife of the guy, the last officer who is dead, and that girl that we saw earlier who was stirring pots, and you were like, why the fuck is she stirring shit? She's the daughter of that investigator, so that's why she's stirring pots. She's like, y'all fucking eat people. Y'all ain't my fucking
Yeah,
dad.
but she's
Fuck
being
y'all.
an idiot about it.
No, she is. She's being real petty. She's getting real petty about it. But I mean, like, this is a certain type of person. This is
I don't like
accurate.
people.
This is accurate. This is an accurate way that some people react to this shit.
I don't like people, brother.
Someone was watching her. Daigo is setting up a fence around his house when Sabu-san shows up, criticizing the fence for giving off a bad impression in their trust-based community.
Excuse the
Daigo
fuck out of
mutters
I do
me.
what I want.
annoyance, prompting Yuki to say that they'll take it down.
No.
Yuki also comments how Sabu always seems to be around during trouble, suggesting that he might be watching them.
Yes,
The
he is.
villagers start acting strangely towards Daigo, amplifying tensions. They insist he must respect their elders and avoid trouble, especially given his outsider status and his obvious past. Daigo tries to visit Sabu but ends up
Officer,
apologizing
you
after a
need to
heated
start
argument with
avoiding
Yuki.
trouble.
Sabu
But we're gonna
accepts
make
the
more trouble
apology.
for you.
Dead
Things
ass.
seem to settle down until Daigo receives a call from the last number Kano dialed before he died. The caller, who claims to be the owner of Kano's satellite phone, says they need to meet in person. Daigo notices a neighbor watching and moves to a private spot for the call. The man reveals that Kano was searching for evidence of cannibalism. but won't explain more until they meet. He directs Daigo to a location deep in the woods by a river. The man, who is across the river for safety, reveals that Kano was eaten by villagers.
Hey Blake,
and that they
we are doing a
cannibals.
horror hangout.
And the proof?
We are on about volume 3 of Gannible. We're doing we're watching it on YouTube, and we're discussing the plot of Gannible. We're having a good time.
The woods by a river.
Okay.
The man, who is across the river for safety, reveals that Kano was eaten by villagers and that they are indeed cannibals. And the proof is his face.
Wow, thanks.
He recounts witnessing a festival where he was tied up and eaten
Wait,
by a
hold up.
hooded figure as a kid. After witnessing a cannibal for safety, reveals that deep in the woods by a river.
Hold on.
The man, who is across the river for safety, reveals that Kano was eaten by villagers.
Okay, but no, Brenna, he had specified that detail, the word villagers. Remember, we have two different groups. They're saying that it's not just the Gotos that are eating people, because we already knew the Gotos were eating people. We already had that suspicion. We were like, they're fucking eating people, bro. That family is fucking weird. But the villagers must be normal. No, the villagers are also fucking eating people. And it's kind of worse, what they're doing.
Wait, I thought we knew that.
No, we didn't. We didn't know that yet. We thought the villagers were still normal. Like, we thought you assumed all y'all crazy. There's no way. There's no way. But no, he confirms it. But also, his reveal of what they were doing with the people, like how they're eating it, is so much worse. With the Gotos, it seems like it's a ritualistic thing. Not ritualistic, but like a mourning process sort of eating. That's the only cannibalism we've seen from them. So it's still suspicious. But like, it seems like there's some sort of context as to why they're doing it and that they only eat their own. These villagers, though, are doing something way fucking stranger. Hey, Queen Med, we're talking about Gannible.
And that they are indeed cannibals. And the proof is his face. He recounts witnessing a festival where he was tied up and eaten by a hooded figure as a kid. After waking up in his mother's arms, he learned he had no family register and went into hiding. When he was 18, he met Kano to seek answers about what happened to him. With another festival approaching, Daigo needs to find an excuse to investigate further and save the next victim. The man hints at multiple collaborators.
Okay. I think I remember, but I don't really remember. This is so much worse than what the Gotos are doing.
Sounds like it.
Brenna, they're tying up children and eating them alive. Eating their faces. Why? Why their faces? Why their faces?
Also, was it... I don't know if I caught this or not. Was this guy part of the village before they ate him?
I think so. I think his family was. I think him and his mother were, at least.
Okay, because I'm just, like, here wondering if they have their little meetings about who they're going to eat next and just people don't pay attention. Or if this is going to be a thing of, like, oh, now that there's an outsider, we're going to eat one of them.
If I'm remembering correctly, as another spoiler, because the villagers and the Gotos got beef, they're eating the children of, I think, the Goto family bloodline. So I think he's related to the Gotos to some way, in some capacity, and that's why he was chosen for this. And the Gotos are just, like, kind of doing it. Like, I think the Gotos are, like, whoever, with the kids, whoever is picking out the children, the people responsible for picking out the kids and giving the kids away, are going along with it. They're like, this is just a necessary evil that we have to do. Of your picture. Thank you, I drew it. I have a cute model, too, but I don't feel...
Okay.
I have a model, too, but I don't feel like picking up my Irium phone and, like, dancing around like a little monkey. I don't feel like doing that. Sorry.
What do you mean, like a little monkey?
I don't want to dance monkey dance for Irium right now.
Suggesting that finding Kano's phone might help identify them. At the village's
Your art is
festival
really good, thank you.
preparations,
I appreciate it.
questions Daigo's whereabouts, and when he arrives late, they ask who he was talking to on the phone. The tension is diffused by Munechika, the
Shut
future
your big
chief
ass
priest,
up,
who
bitch.
introduces himself and suggests that he and Daigo talk later. Outside, he suggests that Daigo and his family should leave the village.
Please do.
Imagine if every corner of your kitchen was as iconic as
They should have been there. I don't know why they're still here.
I don't know why they are too. It's
I
because
don't know
he's.
why any mother would still be in here.
I don't know why this mom. My problem is the mother. I understand our detective being like, I need to figure out what the fuck's going on, but the mom should have packed.
Like, this is his job.
Like, it's his job, and he's been attacked, and we know he has a violent streak, and he's mad. Right? We know he has an aggressive streak, and he's mad, and they've attacked him. And his behavior to me is adding up as to why he hasn't just, like, packed it up. The mom, though, why are you, like, so cool with this village? I understand that some people have been nice to you. No, she has no reason to be this chill with them. We're discussing the manga Gannible right now. It's very good.
Explains the festival's grim purpose.
I
Offering
have
children
stale
to reduce
marshmallows.
the number of mouths to
I have
He
chocolate.
warns Daigo to be careful or risk ending up like Kano, and offers his phone number. Daigo then notices that he has a satellite phone, and wonders if he might be a collaborator. Before
Probably.
Daigo can mention anything, Sabu interrupts. Daigo then receives a call about an accident, but when he arrives, it's a ruse. The caller, Utada, identifies himself as a collaborator with Kano, and runs a site called Chronicle. Utada wants to talk in private, so they meet up at a love hotel. Utada provides details about the unknown man's article about the village's cannibalism practices, and suggests tracing Kano's phone might reveal the whereabouts of the missing children, asking him why there's always one stillborn a year. At the festival,
Oh yeah, there's that. They always claim that that child is stillborn. That like a kid is born and they immediately take it and they say, "Oh, it's stillborn."
prep, Sabu's daughter, Kanako,
Okay,
gets a
so
little
then
too close.
shouldn't everybody be aware of what's happening?
I think everyone is suspicious of what's happening if they don't already know. I think it's like a divide of people who are like they know and they are okay with it because they're participating
Because
in
it's
it.
not like in an entire village you can't just keep things from only one or two people, because then they would immediately know something is up.
I think it's divided between people who are involved and people who are like, you know how like if you're in an abusive household and you're used to just like being lied to all the time and you just kind of go with stuff because you're just like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's that where they're like, oh, another stillborn child, and people are suspicious. They are of course suspicious, but they're also like, this happens all the time at this point. I'm assuming it's just another thing that's happening in the village. I'm assuming that's the vibe.
But I wonder who even has those records though, who is stillborn. Because
I don't
obviously
think they're recording
this guy
it. 'Cause they're
if
not.
this guy wasn't aware that he didn't have any birth records, and supposedly that means his mother wasn't aware either. Like who decides this? Where are these?
They're not. They're all being born at
Like-
home. They're all being born like in the countryside in people's houses. So there is no public record of like any of these people. Generally speaking, everybody who's in these towns, there's like no public record of them for the rest of the country. So you can just be born in this village and disappear. Which that's just a scary thought to me, by the way. That is a scary.
But
thought.
saying that there's always like one stillbirth recorded, then that means somebody has records.
Oh, I don't think
somewhere.
it's
wonder
recorded.
why
I don't think it's like I don't think it's like recorded. I think it's like verbally recorded. Like I don't think it's like physically recorded. I think it's verbally recorded. Like, oh, it's another stillbirth. It happens all the time.
Someone walks out of a house, another stillborn this year, huh?
It's so sad. I think that is what is happening.
Aw.
I think that is what. But like, if you are trying to keep a secret and you have to have a lie that like has to be a publicly accepted lie, saying it all the time like that probably would get it to be like a publicly accepted lie, being like, it's so sad. It's happened last year too. It happens every year. It happens every year. It's very normal for us. Somebody died again. Another baby died.
This just honestly sounds like it could have a paper trail. Given what they've been saying, there could be a paper trail, and just nobody's paying attention.
I mean, if there is a paper trail, then yeah, nobody's paying attention. But I don't think there is. If I remember, there's no paper trail.
But he said the one guy specifically said that he didn't have any birth records.
Yeah, so I think that there are no birth records. And if there are birth records, I am assuming if there are any records, right, Brenna, of any of these people being born, it's being heavily, like, protected and excluded from the general group. So, like, if there's a record in the village of somebody being born, that is being concealed extensively. And then, like, for the Goto family, it's the same thing. Like, these are, like, heavily concealed documents that nobody's allowed to have, if there are any at all. I don't think there are any, though. They're trying to keep, like, a tight ship on this. There's a lot of secrets.
Hero, with Yuki going to confront her. Sabo reveals Kanako had a stillborn baby, but Kanako insists that her baby is alive.
See?
As Kanako makes a scene, Yuki notices bruises on her back. Possible abuse from Sabu. This revelation cuts to a child locked in a cage next to the old man. As Daigo returns to the prep party,
Wait,
Yuki
is that
tells him
child
about
not able to get out of that cage? 1 second.
He's
Wait.
not. He's not. He can't get out of the cage. Also, that guy is screaming, and that kid is like 3. I'm pretty sure, even if he could slip out, that guy would scare the shit out of him.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like
bro.
screaming and grabbing at the walls. And, nah, if I was him, I would not move. I would not leave. I'd be like, I'm safer in here than I am up there. That guy's scary. That guy's scary.
Altercation
Ew,
with Sabu
spooky.
and his daughter. Daigo visits Sabu the next morning, trying to talk to his daughter. Sabu says, why throw away all the trust that they built up on some nonsense? But Daigo claps back, saying it doesn't matter what he says, it's a formal investigation against him.
True.
Kanako comes home, and Daigo tries to learn about her bruises, but Kanako asks Daigo to find her child, who was taken by the head of the Goto family, Jin
Why are the
Goto.
stills that he
AKA
puts up always in different languages?
Oh, he's just taking whatever screenshots he can find, I think. I don't know why he doesn't
But he read it, right?
I guess.
Then he could get it from whatever source he read it from. He's just taking.
Oh wait,
random
no, but Brenna,
shots.
what if the scans he read weren't like in HD, and these are the scans he's finding that are in HD? Because I would do
Knowledge
this.
of it.
If I like, you know what I would do though, because it would bother me. I would go and take the effort to white out all of the dialogue, because sometimes people do that. They white out the dialogue in manga panels when they are in different languages.
I definitely would, just because
Yeah.
I'm picky.
Yeah, like I think to make everything look
This is-
more seamless.
From the times that I've looked over, there's already been 3 languages.
Yeah, like I would
There may
just
be more. I wasn't paying attention.
I would block all of it out. Okay, but I was wrong. It's not the villagers taking members of the Goto family. It's the Goto family taking members from the village to do whatever the fuck they're doing with the kids. Obviously, they're probably eating them, but like, it's the Goto family taking members. Hi, El the King. That means the king. Or unless your name is L. I don't know. Sorry. How are you? How are you? We're doing a horror hangout, and we're talking about Gannible.
AKA
Maybe
the
his
grandma
name is
that died in the
Elvis.
first chapter.
Yes. Okay, your name is L. I thought you were saying your name is. I thought your name was the king. You had L there twice. Okay, that's
Sabu
good.
tries to dismiss Kanako, but Daigo insists on investigating. Daigo
Uh-oh.
meets up with Munechika and informs Daigo that the Gotos control all of the village land, and the fear of the Goto family is passed down through generations.
Just to clarify, that guy with the short hair and the glasses, he is the guy who is currently head of the village. So that's our village chief. That's our village, our big guy, our big man. I think he also acts.
Are we supposed to trust this man? Because I don't.
I don't think you trust anybody. I think we're not supposed to trust anybody. Because obviously, like, now we're learning that the villagers are also cannibals. Because at first it was like, we can trust the villagers, we can't trust the Goto family. Never mind, we can't trust the villagers either. They are also eating people. And now we know that the Gotos are taking children from the village and doing fucking God knows what. Probably eating them, but I digress. I fucking gress.
Multiple women have reported Jin Goto taking their children at birth.
Jin Goto is the grandmother that is dead. Just as a reminder, because we kind of glossed over that. Jin Goto is the grandmother that was in the bear's stomach. So she's long dead. We can't get any answers from her because she's long dead. Right? But
I didn't really expect her to give answers anyway.
oh yeah, I mean if we want answers, like, she's the person we would go to and probably beat the shit out of her for them. But we couldn't ask her for answers even if we wanted to.
Later that night, Kanako meets with Daigo
Also, she's the one grabbing
to discuss
kids.
her baby's birth. Jin Goto, the village midwife, had said her baby wasn't breathing, and when she took the baby outside, Kanako saw the baby's hand move, but was ignored by her father. Yuki calls Daigo to tell him that Sabu is at their house searching for Kanako.
Y'all
They
need more
rush home,
midwives.
where
Sorry.
villagers confront Daigo. He was just trying to get the rest of the story from Kanako, but the villagers want to know where he's been sneaking off to. Daigo says that he was researching the Goto family and then takes down one of the villagers. Despite Daigo's protest, the villagers report his actions to the Gotos. The next day, Daigo's wife reminds him of a special day, but he doesn't really remember. Kisuke then invites Daigo for a hunt. where they discuss Daigo's research on the Goto family. Kisuke expresses respect for Daigo's dedication to his family and implies that he would do the same for his own. They end the day with a successful hunt and Kisuke dropping Daigo off at home. The volume then closes with Mashiro in a field and Yuki searching for her on her birthday.
I just saw Asriel's message. Says I kind of regret let him enjoy his happy meal. Why would you regret that? That was funny.
And Mashiro's shoes are missing. As he steps into the kitchen,
You definitely should not.
Don't regret that. That was super funny.
I want that
to
cake.
apologize. But before he can say anything, Yuki tells him that Mashiro has gone missing.
The hell?
Daigo quickly realizes that the hunting trip was just a distraction, a setup for someone to kidnap Mashiro. We then cut to the Goto
Dude,
family,
this is a
casually
horrible cop.
discussing
I guess the
Kisuke's
only good
hunt.
thing about him is he's ready to beat people up.
True. I mean, he needs to be a little more on top of his stuff.
As
Because-
his wife is the one that caught the note in the house, which he should have already done because he's supposed to check out the area first.
True. True.
And then he's just like, nah, wifey, you and baby stay here. Waha.
I
don't know.
am shocked he didn't figure out. Well, no. I mean, I guess that because they had him running around doing other stuff, but like, after all the weird things that Goto family have been doing, when they say they're going on a hunting trip, I don't trust them.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely the fuck not. They're being too suspicious. They're being too suspicious all the
Just imagine
time.
They're like, hey, you want to go hunting with us? And then me, just being me, hunt humans with
Hunt
you?
humans, freak! Freak, you freak! Cannibal!
Reveal that Kisuke, who will soon be the head of the Goto family, is responsible for handling
When they were eating the kid's face. He's saying he regrets it because they were eating a child's face.
Happy meal.
Happy meal.
all of the dirty work. Yuki returns home in tears, with villagers rallying to search for Mashiro.
Oh god,
When
please
Daigo
don't.
confronts them,
Please don't.
asking if they knew anything, Sabu defensively blames Daigo for Mashiro's disappearance, accusing him of negligence for going on the hunting trip. Daigo immediately grows suspicious. How did they know he was hunting?
Oh, wait. They didn't go on a hunting trip. They invited him on a hunting trip as a distraction. And then now the daughter is missing. But also, yeah, dude, how the fuck did you know where I was? I didn't tell you shit.
This cop needs things spelled out for him to be like, oh wow, that's a bit suspicious now, isn't it?
I love how he didn't think about making sure his child was secure first. There's all these kids who are going missing, and you're not securing your family, your children, your child, right? I get him being the Goto family is mad dangerous and fucking suspicious and weird as shit. I should keep my eyes on them. They're inviting me to go hunting. I should go with them. I get that. But you know what you should do before you go on the hunting trip? Because you're trying to keep an eye on the Goto family? Make sure your kid is, safe. Make sure that she is safe and not anywhere, they can get to.
Yeah, especially
Anybody.
since she has already, in a sense, been kidnapped before.
Yeah. She already
So
has been kidnapped
why
before.
is this man so stupid?
I don't know why he's just trusting. I also don't know who kidnapped them, because it's either members of the Goto family that were still in the at home, or the villagers. I mean, both of them.
Yeah, either way.
See, both. That's bad. It's
Doesn't
bad
matter.
either way. It's
This
bad
cop
either
is
way.
just dumb.
It's dumb. It is dumb. It's
He's
bad
just
either
not
way.
doing his job.
Don't do your job, brother. Don't do your job.
The villagers claim that they saw him, but Daigo knows that it's impossible to tell. Furious, Daigo warns them that if he finds out that they're involved in Mashiro's disappearance, he won't hesitate to kill them. As
We
the
know you
tensions
will.
escalate,
We
Yuki
know you
receives a
will.
call. They found Mashiro. The villagers, unnerved by Daigo's behavior, comment on how he's starting to resemble Mr. Kano. On the way home, Yuki and Daigo argue about his erratic behavior. She worries that his obsession with investigating the Gotos is tearing their family apart.
You know what's tearing our family apart, Yuki? The fact that you want to fucking stay here. He has every right to investigate these people. That's his job. Why do you want to stay here so badly? It's not tearing it wouldn't be tearing the family apart if you just went home.
That is such a common thing, though. Oh, your job is tearing this family apart. Then why are you here?
Straight up in this context, no. In this context, he's making a lot of questionable decisions and he's not thinking everything through, and I get that, but He is right to be investigating these people. We know for a fact they're eating people. And also that kids are missing. So yeah, no, he's very hell-bent on figuring out what the Goto family is doing. And he's valid in doing so. If you don't like that, then go home.
Like, you should have already gone home.
Like, you should have been gone home,
You
right?
see the note that says to run away, and you have enough sense to tell your husband about it, but then you go, I'm sure it was just a joke.
And like, girl, you should have packed it up. You should have packed it up. A while ago, you should have packed it up.
Meanwhile, the Goto family holds a meeting with one of the villagers. They know how quiet things have been lately and expresses excitement for the upcoming festival, now just 3 days away. Daigo tries to act like everything is normal for his family, but the weight of his investigation looms large. He wonders if any Goto family members have doubts about the festival and its dark traditions. We then cut to Yusuke and Awayo hooded up and feeding children locked in cells. Awayo explains that the old man plans to eat one of the children and that it's now Yusuke's responsibility to uphold the tradition. As Yusuke washes the child who's to be sacrificed, he breaks down in tears, struggling with the reality that this is a human being.
Yeah.
Despite having grown up in the Goto tradition, Yusuke finds himself questioning what he's been taught. As festival preparations conclude,
I mean, somebody had to
That's
crack.
nice of him.
Daigo, mentioning
Somebody
that
had to
he knows
crack.
about the hunting trip with Kisuke.
They are very stupid for letting, like, I think he's like in his teens, maybe he's 20. He's like very young. I understand maybe why you gave him that job, because you're like, we can't have you hunting people and you're not like old enough to be doing all that. We did see him on the hunting trip with like a gun. He shot that bear. He is really good at that. Like, maybe you guys could have made him do that instead. But I don't know why y'all trusted a soft-hearted boy to be responsible for preparing a child that you know is going to die. That was very confident.
Maybe they're hoping that they're gonna break him. Like, that's it. That's their only thought. Like, maybe if he does this, he'll man up.
Maybe they're like, this is an easy thing, and you it helps you get grounded in what our traditions are. Maybe that's what it is. I doubt that he's done this before, because if he's done it before, he wouldn't have cried. He wouldn't have, like... I mean, unless this year is just different. You know what I mean? Unless, like...
This year he decided to grow a conscience.
Like, and this year he's just thinking, like, there's a lot of tension happening, and now that his grandma's dead, it's just, like, a lot. So he's just thinking about shit. Because his grandma is dead now, so, like, maybe when the grandmother was around, it was easier, because she was top dog. So, like, maybe it was easier to, like, convince yourself into doing certain things. Maybe because she's dead now, the reality of what they're doing is, like, really starting to sink in. He's trying to think about it more. Maybe he developed a conscience.
Elementary school, and that Kisuke's younger brother
He doesn't have grandma around.
is known to be
Smack him in the
very
head.
honest.
That grandma was
and
fucking
kind.
crazy,
The
too.
festival practice begins with villagers burning a human-sized wooden mannequin covered in flowers, dancing. and
Wicker
drumming
Man,
around
sorry.
it. Munechka reminds Daigo that the festival originally
haven't
involved
watched that.
human sacrifices
Neither have
to
I.
the gods.
The one from the 70s is good,
A
though.
curse passed down through generations. He then asks Daigo how this all appears from an outsider's perspective. The next day, Kisuke is officially appointed head of the Goto family, vowing to run the festival as smoothly as his grandmother once did. Daigo
Alright.
has the day off, so the family decides to celebrate Mashiro's birthday. After dinner,
Take her
Yuki
home
is
for her
happier
birthday,
than she's been in a
please.
long time, but Daigo secretly plans for them to leave the village.
Please.
Sensing danger,
Oh my god. It took him a
Why did
moment.
it take him so long?
I was gonna say, it took him a while, and I kind of know why it took him a while, because he kept finding out more and more crazy shit, and then he found out kids are being kidnapped and stuff, and there's a lot happening, but, like, somebody grabbing your kid, and then this festival where they're clearly gonna eat it, yeah, no. It took you too long to come to this conclusion. You're a cop, so I get it, but thank God that you're like, yeah, shit's getting too wild. That shit, no, this is getting too wild. This is getting too dangerous for my kid to be around here. Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna take my kid now. I think the last place my child should be is here. It took him a minute, but, like, again, what's the mom's excuse? His excuse is he's a police officer, and every time this was presented to him, it was more illegal activity that he's like, all y'all should be in jail.
The mom's excuse literally just seems to be, I want to be with my hubby.
That's stupid, though. That's dumb, because your child's in danger. The dad has a valid excuse of being like, I'm a cop, and every time I wake up and I go to speak to anybody in this town, someone's committing a crime. Someone's committing, like, a federal crime. So, yeah, no, I want to figure out what the fuck's good, so I have... Because he can't arrest anybody yet, Brenna. He has to have, like, hard evidence to call in the people outside of the village in there, and also... satellite cell phones are like a major problem because they're in the countryside, so you need a specific type of cell phone to call outside of the village, and if you have one, the town is like seriously suspicious of you and will try to take it. So
I feel like this type of investigation should have had at least 2 people.
they really should have sent more people. I think the police station outside of the village knows it's dangerous, though, and also knows that the people there are crazy, like, suspicious of everybody, so they probably couldn't send more than one person, right? But I feel like after the first guy goes missing, but this is kind of just like the police system. The police system does just work like this, where they just never fucking actually do their job.
But
it's like,
it seems like there's not even any outside help really, aside from random.
But that's just how cops are, though.
Showing up.
Isn't that just how cops
like,
are, though? The police system.
People just coming in, stirring shit up for this one cop, like he isn't trying to do things.
He's like, I'm trying to do my job, damn.
Where did you even come from? How did you find me?
UIO orders men to keep an eye on Daigo and Yusuke, worried that they might try to betray the family.
He
Like
definitely is. That boy was
Yusuke's
crying.
Daigo discovers a tracking device on his car planted by the villagers.
Oh, they're
decides to
fucked.
take his family for a drive with a Goto family member watching from a distance.
So he found
As they
that,
drive,
but not other things that are pretty obvious. Alright, dude.
I feel like now he's looking for them, though. I think before he was
He
like...
should have been.
He should have been looking for shit earlier, but, like, I think what it was,
Yeah.
Brenna, was that he was, like... I don't know if they're really cannibals. Okay, they are cannibals. I don't know what kind of cannibals. Okay, they seem like they're just eating their own dead. Okay, never mind, they're eating people. General. Oh, no, they're eating babies. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, I gotta start fucking checking shit. I think that's probably the mindset. I think that was probably the thought process.
He went, oh, now I gotta lock in.
Yeah, he went, surely, sure. Oh, no, I gotta lock the fuck in. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Hi, Coco. Welcome. We're talking about Gannible. We're doing a horror hangout.
Daigo grows suspicious that they're being followed. He tries to lose their tail, eventually
Thank
swerving
you.
wildly until their pursuer crashes into a railing. The Goto member calls EYO, reporting that he's lost them. Daigo then meets up with his old partner, Yamabushi. Yuki begs Daigo to stay with them, but
No.
Daigo insists that he must return to the village to save the child in danger.
Okay, that's a crazy thing to say, but also, Brenna, I don't think he's wrong. I think he's like, I know for a fact they're gonna eat that baby. Alive. Like, for realsies.
Yep.
I gotta go back there. I can't, like, know that as a police officer and not do something, but there is zero reason for you guys to accompany me. There's zero reason, absolutely zero reason for you and my daughter to be here at this point. Y'all can leave. Y'all can go home. Y'all should have left earlier.
Hungry.
I'm hungry. Make me a pizza! Garlic bread! Welcome. Warling? What do you mean warling?
He promises Yuki that he'll come back to them, and then heads back
Somebody
to the
said
village.
warling on
We
Irium.
flash forward to the future, where Daigo is lying on the ground, and Kisuke offers him a piece of meat as the old man devours a human. 40 hours earlier, Kisuke is holding a meeting about Daigo's disappearance, certain that Daigo will return.
I love how the author had to go, just so y'all know. This entire plan is going. He's cooked. Just to make sure you guys are aware, he's cooked. Just so you know, he is 100% cooked.
In case you forgot.
In case you were thinking he would go to the village, save the baby, go home, that is not going to happen.
But unconcerned, since the festival will continue as planned. Kisuke recalls how the old man once cut his forehead, mirroring Daigo's injury, and wonders where Daigo is now. Daigo is in the woods, staring down
Cannibal.
the Goto family home, when Iwayo appears behind them. They engage in a struggle, but Iwayo is too strong. Daigo
He's a
demands
tank.
to know about the children for the festival, but he asks how he knows about that, confirming his suspicion that there's a traitor within the Goto family. EYO acknowledges that Daigo has the day off and suggests he takes his time before the festival at the Goto home. Daigo is then guided to the Goto family home where Kisuke is waiting. They share a drink just as they did when they first met.
Oh, this is so
Meanwhile,
fucking tense.
EYO searches a tunnel, suspecting that Yusuke may have betrayed the family.
Do you think it's the kid that has already betrayed the family? Because I don't remember who betrays the family, but I think this guy I just don't think he got that dog in him.
I'm gonna say it's someone else.
It's gotta be, because this kid doesn't have that dog in him. He doesn't even have that dog in him to, like, handle the kid who's about to be eaten.
It also just seems like everyone is suspicious of everyone, so I wouldn't be surprised if there were more people involved.
Gotta be. It's gotta be. It's got to be real. Oh, I have to warm up some food for me, Madre. I'll be right back. We're gonna take a short intermission. Short intermission. Intern my mission, brother. Intern my mission. Intermission. I'm gonna mute. Brother can also mute, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I don't know if brother's back. I hear that brother is waddling around. I hear that brother is waddling around. Which means I can't play the video. I can't play the video. I hope everyone else is enjoying Gannible so far, though. Everyone else is enjoying it so far. I really like Gannible. There's a couple other stories I want to look at, but this one is definitely what's at the top of my list of shows and stuff. Manga I wanted to expose people to. Expose is a crazy word, though. That sounds weird. That sounds fucking funky. Sounds freaky. Welcome, welcome, Governor Diane. Do I pause the music now, or do I wait? I don't know. Do I wait? I guess I wait. I guess I'll tell her I'm back. I'll tell her I'm back. I'll text her. I really want cake, but I also don't feel like eating cake. It's weird. I want to eat cake. I want the texture of cake in my mouth, but I don't want the calories of cake in my body. Okay, I feel like my tummy will hurt. I want to... Another 10 minutes or so before leaving. Okie doke. Brother has 10 more minutes, and then we continue watching Gannible by ourselves, I guess, for a little while. Or we could switch to another story. That's also an option. We can switch to another story, which I do have one other story in mind. What time do we have? We have 20 minutes left. We have 20 minutes left on this. Okay. Let me see if she can hear. Mama. Okie doke. I want to hit play. I have to clarify first. Oh, I might play some Project Diva, because I haven't played that recently. I've been playing nothing recently. I haven't really been playing any games. I played Persona, but like we played it for like 2 seconds. It's mostly because we're in a part of the game where there isn't like a specific thing we have to do. So I'm like, I don't know what to do in the game. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. So my brain is like not like attached or engaged as much. It's nothing to do with anybody besides just my inability to stay focused. It's my inability to stay locked in games like that.
The festival begins, but Daigo insists they first met. Meanwhile, Iwayo searches the tunnel, suspecting that Yusuke may have betrayed the family. Kisuke suggests that they drink until the festival begins, but Daigo insists that the children be released first. He proposes blaming everything on Jin Goto, which will result in light sentences for the others that were involved.
Oh, he's sick.
To make it look fair. One of the Goto members, angered by this, pulls a gun out on Daigo, but Daigo quickly disarms him and holds him hostage. Daigo warns that if he dies, a real investigation will begin.
That's
Another
true.
Goto member yells at Daigo, but Kisuke silences him by smashing a bottle over his head, ordering everyone to put their guns down. Kisuke believes that Daigo is losing his mind, just like Mr. Kano did. Even the village chief agrees, urging Daigo to stand down and abandon the investigation. The volume ends with Yusuke and the child getting ready to leave for the festival. We flash back to a young Kisuke and Yusuke
Back, welcome
sitting
back.
with Jin Goto as she reveals a painful truth. Their mother was a traitor. Jin sternly tells them to forget about her entirely. She singles out Yusuke though, saying that out of all of the family members, she cares for him the most. Jin urges Yusuke to move on from his mother and focus on loving her instead, so he can become a proud member of the Goto family.
That's some crazy
Back in the
unhinged
present,
bullshit,
Daigo
though.
is in a car with the chief, heading to headquarters. Daigo had insisted on this private conversation, sensing that the chief had something important to share. Upon arrival, they meet with 5 other detectives, all focused on investigating the Goto family. The chief, burdened with guilt over Kano's death, is determined to make things right. The detectives discuss how Kano was eaten and how a Goto family member took the blame for it. Daigo then chimes in, mentioning an old man within the Goto family who might hold the key to their secrets. One detective presents a Goto family tree, noting that Jin Goto was always obsessed with bloodlines. The elder male figure,
Oh, she's a fucking
Kisuke's
eugenics.
father, wasn't related
She's
to
a
them by blood,
eugenics.
so the mantle of head of the family passed down to Kisuke, the eldest son. As for Jin's daughter, Ai Goto, she mysteriously disappeared 18 years ago. Daigo speculates that the person that saved the mysterious man might be Ai. Meanwhile, Yusuke thinks about escaping the prison with the child, but Iwayo suddenly appears, suspicious that Yusuke might be the traitor. Iwayo strikes him down and orders 2 guards to watch over him and the child.
Oh.
As he leaves the cave, it is revealed that Yutada was sent to keep an eye on him, suspecting he might know something about where the children are hidden. Daigo's gamble paid off, and now they know the exact location of the kids. However, they still need solid evidence to justify sending in an armed special force. So, they decide to split into 3 units. One to continue investigating the Goto family, another to search for Ai Goto, and the last to gather more information about the children. Before heading out, the chief visits his grandfather, while Daigo meets up with Dr. Nakamura. Daigo apologizes to Nakamura for dragging him into this, but Nakamura only asks who he can trust in the investigation. He also reveals
Like nobody.
a past connection with Kano. The
Like
chief
nobody.
questions his grandfather about
Yeah.
the family, who advises him to stay away from them. He shares a rumor about a powerful landowner with an illness who is known to smile constantly, an illness that is gained by eating other humans.
That is a real thing.
When Daigo asks
We're talking
Nakamura
about
if he's a
Kuro?
collaborator for Kano, he
We're
denies
talking
it,
about
saying he was just monitoring the disease.
I think they were
Kuro,
talking.
that's what it's called.
Oh, the disease? Yeah, I think they're saying that like because
It's
they
a
eat
form
people.
of Crion's disease.
Yeah, I think they're saying that like like people who in their like the older people start getting this disease or they start fucking going crazy and smiling all the time. Probably from cannibalism.
6 months
Nice.
ago, Nakamura was checking on both Kano and Jin Goto. Jin's condition wasn't severe, but her mobility was impaired, and she would often smile eerily. Eventually, she would become wild and start attacking people.
Yeah, it's totally that, brother.
Nakamura suggested that Jin's condition
Yep.
resembles Kuru disease.
Yep, there it is.
A disease
There we go.
caused by cannibalism. Kano initially had a good relationship with both the villagers and the Gotos, but everything changed when he met Jin Goto.
God damn
Kano
it, isn't
brought
Ollie
Jin back
here?
into her family,
Ew.
advising
Grandma!
them to take her
Olives
to
are
the
Grandma,
hospital.
why?
It seems that
Olives
she's
are nasty.
suffering from a new illness. Despite the Gotos
She loves
insisting that
olives,
she
so
has
she puts
dementia,
it in everything. And I'm like,
Goto's
Grandma,
defensive
you're the
reaction-
only one that likes them. And she goes, I put one just for me. And I'm like, then why is it in my food, Grandma?
Olives are they taste like pee to me. They taste so gross.
Yeah, I don't like them.
They're
I
so
used
nasty.
to a long time ago.
When the fuck was that?
Younger than 9, maybe.
Evil. An evil time to be alive. Evil. Okay, these people are like trying to convince everybody that this woman has dementia, but like, are they? No, I'm not gonna be like, are they hiding that they're cannibals or not? I think they are hiding from outsiders that they are cannibals, but they tested that one guy and they told him that they were cannibals because they knew he was gonna be in the village and they would figure out eventually. They're basically being like, they have something to hold over you if you also participate in it. I think that's what's happening. But bro, the way she was acting, I'm sorry. Dementia is a good answer for trying to conceal this behavior, but it was not good enough. Because she would crash.
Dementia really only covers the very beginning of it.
Yeah, like she was crashing out way too much, and I understand why nobody is believing it, by the way. So it's not like anyone's believing it, but like y'all should have. I want you to fight for it. Fight harder for it, please.
Despite the Gotos insisting that she had dementia, the Gotos' defensive reaction sparked Kano to investigate deeper. Daigo begins to question everything, including whether Jin was really killed by a bear,
That's true.
or if she was really eaten. The chief's conversation with his grandfather ends with the cryptic remark that that person is currently at the Goto home, and that during the war, this person went straight into hiding. Nakamura warns Daigo that Kuru disease is fatal and incurable, often referred to as the madness disease. Daigo then receives a call from the mysterious man, who asks if he's alright. Daigo encourages him to come out of hiding
No,
and
please
help
don't,
with the
sorry.
investigation, ensuring him that he'll be safe and that he's working with the police.
It's
Daigo then
turned
asks
in the
his
Hokey
mother,
State. Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm sure he means it. I'm sure he means it. But, there's too much crazy isolated in this one town for me to come out of hiding. They ate my face.
has said anything before she died. The truth is that she didn't, because she's still alive, and her real name is Ai Goto.
Oh, this is the daughter we were missing.
To Daigo if he can guarantee her safety. After the call ends, the man confronts Ai, who refuses to discuss the past and hides the truth from him, only trying to protect him. Daigo informs the chief that the man will bring in Ai, but acknowledges it's still not enough evidence to deploy the special forces.
I hate how cops work because I'm not even in disbelief of this. Like, I bet that I 100% am buying this. That they're like, it's still not enough evidence for you to do anything. Where go? Stream crash. I still hear. Stream crash. Stream connect. Stream still connect. I think it fixed. I don't know. It crashed for a second. Fujitech is not here. Whoa. Discord definitely is not working. Whoa. I think stream is fine, but Discord is not connected. Hold on. Hold on. Discord died. It did. It did. Everything is dying. My phone is dying. Great. let me see if I can fix it, because I don't know what just happened. Everything just died. I don't know what happened. But that is fine. I gotta go until I gotta go. That's fine. We'll just do that for now. Nope, that's not the right one. There it is. Okay, no Fuji on screen then, because I don't know why it broke. It's okay.
They consider canceling the operation, but Daigo's is reluctant. He's going to save the kids, even if he has to do it alone. As the villagers prepare for a feast, Muneshika meets with Kisuke, urging
Oh
him
wait,
to
he
cancel
wasn't.
the
Okay,
festival.
wait. I was wrong. He's not the chief. He's the person in charge of like the religious stuff. This guy.
He insists that they now have the power to stop it and free the children.
True.
Kisuke, however, pretends like he doesn't know anything and dismisses his concerns. When Muneshika pulls out a shotgun to force the issue, Kisuke quickly knocks him down. Daigo, determined, heads back to the village alone. Meanwhile, Kisuke and the rest of the Goto family gather up with Yusuke and the child. The volume ends with Daigo making his way to the prison and a final scene of Sumire clutching her stomach.
Ah,
calling
Chidi
out for
texted me
Kisuke.
back. I love Chidi.
Gannible has always managed to keep me at the edge of my seat, but in hindsight, these 3 volumes were nothing more than exposition. Now, that doesn't mean the story.
Your Chudi's texting me a lot, actually. This makes me feel concerned. Hold up, let me see what Chudi's texting me so much. Oh my god, there's so much. What is happening? I texted Chudi this morning because I was like, I want to do a good Twitch debut, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I texted her and I was like, Chudi, you know what you're doing, and I know everything was weird what happened with my event, but like, can you help me pretty please? So now she's texting me a bunch. She's giving me like what she did for her debut, which is nice.
The story was boring. That's not the case at all. The whole point of these 3 volumes is to build up to the festival. And
This is just
it does
exposition
an amazing job,
for the
and
thing.
they've seen
Okay,
it.
we don't have time because brother's gotta leave.
From that he did building up 3 volumes are literally the 2 to give us all of the and kicks off.
Okay, let's hit volume 6. If you want to hear his if you want to hear him talk about it and explain it, that's why the YouTube video exists. We're just here for the plot synopsis so that we can discuss it. We are discussing it. We don't need to listen to somebody else discuss it while we're discussing it. We don't need to technically be doing all that.
To Mashiro, cutting sharply to Daigo in the present, preparing to storm the cave. He breaks in, alerting Kisuke and 2 other Goto members. Inside, Daigo finds a prison scratched up but with no signs of the kids. Kisuke confronts him, but Daigo levels a gun to his head,
Nope.
demanding to know where
We're
the
here
child
for
is.
lore!
Kisuke plays dumb, saying he doesn't know where the children are, but Daigo catches his slip. He never mentioned multiple children.
That man slipped up really bad. Actually, that is true. We said there is child. We said there is child. We have one kid. What do you mean that you have multiple kids locked up somewhere, bro? What the fuck? Why would you admit that? A slip of the tongue, sure, but still.
As the other Goto members notice the broken lock, Kisuke urges Daigo to run. Reluctantly, Daigo flees with a lock of hair as evidence. Kisuke covers for him when the others ask
I was
questions.
wondering when they'd come when they'd come into play. The multiple kids, because like we know that there are definitely multiple kids around. Welcome back, Cassie.
But for Daigo, it's already too late. The kids are gone. The Gotos argue about whether to go after Daigo, but there's no point. The decision has already been made, as we see the old man roaming the forest, backed up by an army of armed Goto members.
Jesus.
Daigo, ready to leave the village, hears a branch snap, and there's the old man, looming over him. The elder lunges with a scythe, but Daigo points his gun at his head. He demands to know why the old man saved him during the funeral, only to try and kill him now.
That's
we
true.
get a brief, haunting glimpse of Sumire as the old man mutters something, then tries to bite Daigo's neck. Instead of
Brenna, he's hungry. Brenna, he's hungry. He's hungry. Just biting people. You were like, why bite marks on everybody? What's good? He just biting people. He's just a biter. I think he's just a biter. Let a man eat. I think he's just a biter. I don't think he's an eater by default. I think he's a biter by nature.
And Daigo headbutts him off. In that moment, he realizes that the old man is the one that devoured Kano and Jin. The elder then charges, and Daigo shoots. Elsewhere in the forest, the chief of police leads a team searching for Daigo. But
fall asleep to the soothing sounds of cannibalism. Fall asleep to the soothing sounds of cannibalism.
they run into Iwao and a couple of other Goto members. The police, just looking for Daigo, are brushed off by the Gotos, who pretend to not know anything. But one officer notices something suspicious. A police-only backpack on one of the Goto members. Meanwhile, we see one of the police captains meeting up with a mysterious figure. Kisuke's father, the village chief. He's secretly been helping the investigation against the Gotos and was the last person Kano was in contact with before he was murdered.
There's our rat, sorry.
A satellite phone from an unknown source, but hasn't been in the loop of where the children were taken, just as Jin had planned. As the police and the Gotos part ways, each wonder if Daigo survived. The scene shifts to Yusuke, sitting at home, when his brother Kisuke enters, just wanting to talk. Yusuke reveals that his mother was right. Everything that they were taught is a lie. Kisuke tries to calm him down, saying that the kids are safe, but Yusuke pleads with him to end the festival and to rescue the kids. In the middle of this, Kisuke gets a call from Sumire. She's pregnant, and it's his. Distraught, Kisuke leaves, now questioning everything, including the festival and their mother's teachings. We then cut to Ai, being confronted by the mysterious man. He tells her that she doesn't have to think about the past anymore, but she's still haunted by it. She knows that there are still children in the village waiting to be eaten. In a flashback, we learn Ai gave birth to Kisuke, but it is hinted that his father isn't the village chief, but that it might just be the old man. When Kisuke and Yusuke
You got a crazy guy running your shit?
grew to hate their mother, while Yusuke loved her. Jin decided to raise them as her own, giving Ai her final duty during the festival. On the night of the festival, Ai had a brief conversation with Kisuke, but he turns her down and leaves. During the ritual, Ai is forced to deliver a child to the old man. As he begins to eat the child's face, Ai burns the back of his head and attempts to save the child. Jin orders her to stop, but Kisuke steps in with a shotgun, standing in between them. Surrounded, Kisuke threatens to shoot himself instead if they don't let Ai go. Jin agrees but warns him that if he defies her again, she'll kill him herself.
Damn.
Ai is forced to raise the child, but Jin demands that she loves him this time. Later, Jin reflects with her husband, wondering if they were right to let Ai go. Everything is going according to her plan, except for Kisuke interfering, which she didn't expect.
Smells creepy
She's
as hell.
keeping a
Accurate.
close watch on him now, though. The volume ends with Kisuke in the prison, caring for another child, when he bashes his head against the cell, causing the scar that we see today. We then cut to Daigo, waking up with Munechika sitting next to him.
Okay, I have to check on Tamaki. Something's wrong with him. She's saying he can't walk, which is concerning because he's old. Let me be right back to check on my dog. I know I keep getting up, but this has to do with my very old dog, who like I've had forever, and I think that's more important. Let me check on him. I think Luna might have jumped on him. Okay, I'm back. Okay, bye bye. Bye, Brenna. We're gonna try I want to keep looking at Gannible, but if Brother's not here, that would suck. Welcome back, thank you. Tamaki might have a dislocated hip because Luna might have jumped on him. And my mom is like very upset. I don't think it's life or ending, but she's very upset. She's acting like it is. No. Yeah, because he's old and he's tiny. Okay, let's try to read a different story. Or wait, actually, how much time do we need? Oh no, I'm 2 hours in on Irium. I can go. I think this is a good time to go. I think this is a time to giggity go. Hi. Womp womp. Let's go, free, yeah. We're gonna end stream completely though. We're gonna end stream completely. We're not gonna like just end it on Irium. We're gonna end it free brew. We're gonna end it completely. We're gonna just end it completely. Let me get rid of the blurbs for now. Okay, let me do my outro. Okay, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate your company. If you haven't heard I love you today, I will say I love you, because hearing that is good for the heart, good for the spirit, and good for morale. Also remember to please drink water, please eat food. I know that it's hard to take care of your vessel, but take care of your vessel. It's trying to take care of you. Don't punish your vessel. It's not trying to punish you. Also remember to take medication as prescribed. I know you might not think you need it, but you definitely do if you were prescribed it. Also remember to be kind and be gentle with yourself. I know sometimes it's hard to remember that you did your best, but you did your best today, and I'm acknowledging it. Good job. Lastly, but not least, remember that the mice run the true world order. Don't ask what that means, because I'll never explain. I will see you guys later. Bye. I'll see you guys later. Okay, go bye. Go bye. Go bye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Good.